know if that was Denny's making that noise. Maybe that's what it is. You don't have bees after all. It's just Denny's on your front porch.
Denny's is messing with me again?
Yeah, he's just messing with you.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning.
Kevin is the host.
And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, here we go. Welcome to your Wednesday KVJ show. Good to see everybody. We can't see you. You can see us, though. Kvj TV up and going right now. Flat screen TVs, got it. Got your Rocco, your Fire Stick, your Apple TV. You got your Xfinity. They got it as well.
Wow, so many ways to get us.
So many ways to get us.
It sucks if you don't like us. That's just so many avenues.
Because we're everywhere.
Yeah.
We're everywhere. Yeah, like it or not. So you can go in there, jump in the chat room, be part of the discussion that we got going on here today. Anything exciting going on with y'all?
Today is a sad day in our house because Uncle Bill is leaving.
Okay.
My husband's Uncle Bill has been in the house for about a month.
A month?
He's been doing all these home repairs.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
We had that roof leak. And
Have
so,
Uncle Bill come stay with me.
oh my gosh, he is amazing.
Uh-huh.
And he's really good with the kids. Like, plays with Rocco, takes Mags to school. He's taking Mags to IHOP this morning with her friend.
Oh, dang.
Taking him to the beach. Like, Rocco, we told Rocco last night that Uncle Bill was leaving, and he started crying.
Oh, wow.
He was so openly
Don't blame him.
sobbing.
We all need an Uncle Bill.
We all need a good cry.
Yeah.
Rocco looked at me and he goes, sometimes my body gets sad and I just have to cry.
I remember that being a little kid when you first
Yeah.
are around your relatives and you're so little, and it's such a different kind of routine for you, and it's a lot of fun. And then when you break off, you're so heartbroken.
You don't understand.
You don't get it.
Why does it have to go away?
Yeah.
And sometimes just kids cry to cry. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I remember one time as a kid, I'm like, I remember this still, have a visual of this in my mind. I was crying and I was saying, I don't even know why I'm crying. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm just crying.
It's a release.
Yeah.
Were you Fat Kevin back then?
No.
Okay.
I was young and thin and blonde. Maybe it's just it. I was so handsome.
You were sad.
Yeah.
So you were so beautiful.
I'm never going to look this good again.
You were sad because you had the burden of beauty.
That was it.
There are people like that. It is so tough being a hot person.
But it's so fun watching those people age because they flip out and lose their mind when all they've ever had is their looks, and now
Yeah.
the looks are going. They're like, "Wah!"
I've seen it happen. It starts to happen in their early to mid 30s because that's when you start to see a little bit of blemishes, some wrinkles start to come around, and you are right. Some people who have been perfect their entire life have a meltdown.
They lose it.
I think a lot of people, no matter where you are on the look spectrum, for the most part, people have an era. Their golden era. Sometimes you hit it and you are a beautiful baby, and then you're hideous the rest of your life.
And then there's the late bloomer that sometimes they are in 40 on, they nail it.
Yeah, you get to the nursing home, and all of a sudden now you are the hottest person at the nursing home. You're like going, okay, it was late in life, but I hit my golden era.
Look, as long as you get your time, at least once in life.
I think we all get our time. That's just it. At some point, we all get our time.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Uh-oh, it looks like Britney Spears' kids are going on Instagram and talking details about their grandfather, the one who's got the conservatorship. I guess they are not fans of their grandfather and talk some major crap about him. Coming up in a second, I'll tell you what Britney Spears' son had to say on Instagram Live. Before we get into that, this is sad. Misha Barton just got fired from season 2 of The Hills. Apparently, producers found her storyline bland and her personality boring, and they said she wasn't bringing very much drama to the show, so they're letting her go.
You know,
who is this?
Misha Barton.
She wasn't that good on there.
She's out.
I watched the entire season. It was very forced. She confronted Paris Hilton not Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton. He used to write terrible things about her.
Yes.
And she confronted him. And honestly, he didn't have any of it. There was cameras on. It was like, I try to say I'm sorry, whatever. That was the most drama they had with her.
Yeah, they're not bringing her back to season 2 of The Hills, that whole reboot. They're replacing her with some friend of Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton.
Okay, the reason why she didn't belong was because she was new to the cast from the previous years, and she was just trying to get her acting career going. I know a lot about The Hills, unfortunately.
You do?
Yeah,
wow,
you
I'm
do.
glad you're here.
You're in it, baby.
I'm in it.
In other news, another thing you're in, this is your thing, Corey Feldman. He's now putting it out there that he's fearing for his life because of this upcoming documentary where he exposes and says names of powerful men in Hollywood that perpetuated a pedophile ring. Now, My Truth is what it's called.
One time only.
One time only.
Pay-per-view,
yes.
Kev.
You better make sure that you watch it. Aren't you going to be able to tape it, though?
So here's what's going to happen. Someone's going to rip that and put it on the internet, and he's going to make a follow-up video the next day. He's not going to believe someone betrayed him. It's going to be a whole nother... I'm telling you, I'm calling it. About the tape, he'll say that.
I'm calling it a non-event. We're going to get past this thing, and there's not going to be anything to talk about.
Well, that's the thing. There's a good amount of people saying... Corey, if you don't actually give us names this time, and it's not some pizza guy that no one's ever heard of like you did the last time, we're done with all of this.
Well, according to Corey, and I quote, he is saying every name that affected his lives and the other victims, and the victims are going to be talking about their experiences on this documentary. There's one big, huge name, I guess, in Hollywood that's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Corey Haim's mom doesn't like Feldman. She's annoyed by his tactics.
Well, she probably doesn't want to have to deal with this. And think about it from her point of view. He's dead. There's nothing she can do at this point. And if you are a parent of a kid that's molested, you are going to feel like you failed your own child to protect them.
Well,
she don't want to hear the details.
I think she also is annoyed with Corey Feldman because she thinks that he's using his name to get publicity for his documentary.
And that may be true as well. Absolutely. But I can tell you as a parent, this is the worst thing ever and will cut you to the core that you didn't protect your baby in a bad situation like this.
Me and Denny's are thinking about actually buying it, the pay-per-view.
If anybody should.
Well, I mean, you guys did a road trip all the way up to Melbourne to see the guy. I mean,
he paid for backstage
Yeah.
VIP tickets and then never went backstage.
It just was unbearable. We had to leave.
You're foolishly giving Corey Feldman a lot of your money. Why stop now?
You're right. I'm about $250 deep into Corey Feldman.
Corey needs you.
Why break the cycle? He's counting on you.
We punted on the VIP. We couldn't do it.
He still got his money.
And finally here, Britney Spears' son, Jaden, went on Instagram Live yesterday and was trashing Britney's dad. Now, he said all kinds of names that we can't say on the radio and told fans that if he got to 5,000 followers, he would spill the beans on Britney's conservatorship, talking about how Jamie Spears, Britney's dad, is all kinds of horrible things. He called him every name in the book.
This is his grandpa?
This is his grandpa.
5,000 followers? I think he could have set the bar higher.
Thank you. I mean, that's it? He probably got that in 5 minutes.
Oh, easily.
He said that he's trying to help his mother with all of this, but went on to talk about how his mother's not retiring anytime soon. Nobody's going to have her quitting music because she makes bank. And I mean, it just sounds like this is a mess, and I am here for it. As soon as you put it on Instagram Live, I mean, that's just incredible. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day. Brought to you by the Taste of Little Italy. It happens this weekend at Tradition in Port St. Lucie. It's Italian food and music and all kinds of rides for the kids and fun. So come on out. It's a free festival all weekend long in Tradition in Port St. Lucie. It's the Taste of Little Italy.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
remember a song called Sledgehammer from back in the day? Is done by a guy named Peter Gabriel. It was a big hit. There was a huge video that went with it.
Oh my gosh, I love Peter Gabriel.
Well, here is Harry Styles covering it. How do you think he did? Oh, boy, sorry. I've been hitting my buttons over here. Huh, okay.
He did good.
Yeah, I thought you did a great job.
Has that ever been a sample in a rap song, do you know? Because if it hasn't, it needs to be.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's done it. Why don't you do it?
All right, we need to get sued.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
A cease and desist is coming your way.
Give it a shot. I think you just got to give them a little bit of love, right? Isn't that all it is? I mean, that's rap. People do it all the time.
If it's successful, then you have to pay them.
You got to get permission.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, not a bad little deal. And if you remember that era and Peter Gabriel, he was in a band called Genesis to start off, and they're going to be getting back together, but he not. So
yeah.
Everybody else from the band is getting back together for a tour that includes Phil Collins, Tony Banks, and Mike Rutherford.
They had their success with those three, though, really.
You're
for the
right.
most part.
They
yeah.
did.
Yeah, so this is going to be their first time touring since 2007.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Jay Bird?
So back in 2003, I've told you guys before, I was engaged to this woman. She was a Colombian woman, beautiful woman, and she got me really involved in all kinds of Latin music, and I really, really loved it. And then after, the whole wedding was called off, I stopped listening to a lot of it.
Except for Shakira.
Except for, you're right, you're right. But every now and then I'll go back and I'll listen to some Latin music. And then today I'm going through the radio station as I'm driving to work, and this song comes out, just booming out of the speaker. And I have no idea what they're saying. I recorded it on my voice memo. I couldn't find out the name of the song, the artist, any of that. So I'm asking for help on this one. Who sings this song? And you guys love it.
Okay. Wait, what station you listen to play this?
I don't know. I found it this morning.
I'm trying to think of on which station would this song be on?
I don't know.
Latin love songs?
It is, but wait till the chorus hits. The emotion, I want to know. I want to know what he's saying. If someone can translate this for me, but just feel this, Virginia. So good.
Okay.
I love it.
So good.
Is he in love? Is there pain going on there? It seems like it's a heartache song, doesn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion that is tied up in that.
If anyone out there, if you guys know what song that is and who sings it and what he is talking about, please let us know.
Marco Antonio Solis.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. There you go.
Is it a modern song? Is it old school?
It's a good question. People are impressed that you've now moved your depression into Latin.
I'm depressed.
You're depressed in many languages now.
It does sound like a sad song.
It's the Weepies.
Oh, I love it.
El Weepies.
It's so good. I just love that big chorus, baby. I remember when I was engaged to this woman, I always would listen to her music. I'm like, I love it. Then I'd play her some of my music, and she's like, no, I don't like it.
No.
Your music.
Not a big fan, huh?
She did
No
not
good.
like my music at all.
Stupido.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a Mexican artist.
Okay.
Yeah. O mi voy o te vas.
That's the name of it. Mm-hmm. All right. And is it painful, or is he pining?
I don't know. I'm going to go with you. I don't know. Something like that.
It sounds like he's going through it.
Did you like the sound?
Yeah.
All right.
That's Soy hago tango mau. Tango mau. Soy hago tango mau.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Got that down there?
Not really.
Okay. It's an old school, beautiful breakup song.
I love it. I knew.
Okay. Thank you very much to the chat room for helping out there. What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
Okay, so I've got a question, and maybe you don't know the answer to it. Maybe somebody does. In this modern day of giving money to people, I use Venmo a lot now, or Zelle sometimes. But if you pay somebody something on Venmo, which I did, and then they don't come through with their end of the bargain. I paid this girl for some toothpaste, and it was like a month ago, and girl kept my money, didn't send me no damn toothpaste. Do I have any kind of recourse? Can I go on Venmo and get my money back?
Yeah, all those things have some kind of guideline. You're going to have to do some research. I know eBay does this stuff because this has happened to me on eBay. I've paid for something and if they don't give it, if there's money being, switched over, there should be some kind of guideline on that.
Right? You would think.
There has to be.
There has to be.
Yeah.
I've been asking this girl for the past 2 weeks, where my toothpaste be?
How much was it?
Well, and that's another thing. So I paid her $30 for 2 giant tubes of this whitening toothpaste. It really does work. I like it. I'm a big fan of the toothpaste. I went on Amazon. I can get 2 tubes for $20. So I'm not even going to go through her anymore.
$30 toothpaste? Man, to quest a living, man. $30 toothpaste?
It works.
You can get it at the store?
No, you have to go on. I'm looking here online. I started looking it up on Amazon. They got it. Poshmark has it. It's a special. It's a special toothpaste. But unlike a lot of them that you see in the store that say whitening and they do nothing, this one actually does whiten your teeth.
I thought the 3D Colgate whitening one did pretty good.
I don't know. I've never seen any toothpaste actually do what this one did.
What's the name of it?
New Skin. Nuskin. This does what like the Crest white strips do. But I don't have time for the Crest white strips. You got to leave those on for 30 minutes and then your teeth get all sensitive and I can't drink any ice water.
I always rip them in half. I always they're so hard to get out of the package. I'm too
hamburger hands.
Hamburger hands destroy
I can see you destroying Crest white strips.
I'll have like 3 of them because they all turn into like mini hot dogs in my teeth because they like roll up long.
You need this toothpaste because this toothpaste does the same thing as those Crest white strips without all of the hassle of the Crest white strips. That it is difficult even if you don't have hamburger hands.
I'm not gonna lie, the witch is kind of selling me on this toothpaste because I'm in the market for because she does have really white teeth.
I'm telling you, it's this toothpaste. I looked into a lot of different things, and this girl reached out to me like a year and a half ago, and she said, "Hey, I've got this toothpaste you're gonna love." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. I'll pay you the money." Sure enough, it worked. First round was great. Second round, she got me my toothpaste. Third round, I paid her. Waiting for a month and a half, no toothpaste.
Can I get an amen on how terrible Arm & Hammer that baking powder toothpaste?
Soda?
Yeah.
That's awful, and it doesn't work.
That's the equivalent to the paper straw. The Colgate.
I agree.
I'm sorry, the baking soda.
The baking soda, it's gross, and it doesn't whiten. This toothpaste actually really does whiten.
I feel like the baking soda one gives you bad breath. It's not very good.
It tastes like you licked somebody's shoe.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, that's always good. There's so many whitening products, and I use a whitening toothpaste, and then I've got the trays from the dentist, but like I'm out, so I got to go and get more of that goop that I do with the trays.
And the goop is expensive.
Yeah, I know.
And the goop also makes your teeth sensitive. I'll tell you, this New Skin, NU Skin toothpaste does not make your teeth sensitive, and it really does work. I'm looking on Amazon right now, and I feel stupid because it's only $11 a tube on Amazon, and I've been paying this girl more than that.
You know what? I will buy you around right now if you order me around as well.
I think I can get 2 tubes for $18.
Let's do it. It's on the bird.
All right. Give me your credit card.
Okay.
Damn, I forgot my
Aww.
It's in my truck.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday.
yeah, right.
Oh.
It's in my truck. It's in my truck. I'll go get it before anyone hearing me
Go
talk.
right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So sad.
It's lovely.
So Spanish, so sad.
It's so good.
Triste. Let me see. Somebody was saying here that there could be an asteroid coming our way. Everybody's worried about the coronavirus. What is the irony if an asteroid's the one that takes us out?
Oh, my gosh. We're all so focused on coronavirus.
Yeah.
But that's,
it's almost like this is its decoy.
Doesn't this happen a lot? Isn't there always an asteroid coming for us?
I don't know. This one is. I don't know. They say it's not, but, I never know because these things get eerily close for me. And I don't know in space terms because they always say, oh, don't worry about it. In space terms, this is not a problem. But they say it's an asteroid the size of Mount Everest.
Oh.
And next month is going to be whizzing by Earth. But they say in terms of space miles, it's not a problem. They say it will pass within 4 million miles on April 29th at about 5 a.m.
Within?
Within.
So
it's
it
like
could be-
3.9. They got it about 3.9 is where they have it.
Okay, that feels like we're safe,
No,
right?
we are safe, but the thing that's alarming sometimes is NASA will release a statement. Yeah, we've got this meteorite coming. We didn't see it. It's going to be here in 3 days. We missed it.
Yeah,
Like,
there are a
huh.
few of those. And I wonder how many are out there that they just can't tell yet because this is the first I'm hearing about this one. They say this, Mount Everest-sized asteroid up to 2.5 miles wide was
What?
first. Yeah, 2.5 miles wide.
It's 2.5 miles wide.
So that would be utter devastation, correct?
Yeah, they say it would be large enough to cause global effects.
Oh
Like
my
if it hit anywhere on Earth,
gosh.
the entire Earth would feel it. Some effect.
So is it possible it could hit and we would still be okay? There would just be some trauma around Earth, or is it lights out for everybody if that was to hit?
That's a good question because, you think about the trigger effects. Because think about what it would do to a global economy and food sources and chaos and war and all famine and all those kind of things. So even if the initial impact doesn't take you out, I think that what they always say with the dinosaurs, with the one that hit in the Yucatan Peninsula, that what it did to vegetation and things like
It
that.
blocked the sun. All
Yeah,
this. That was
right.
that was the thing that always creeped me out as a kid. Like it turned into night for years.
We need Bruce Willis.
So they discovered this in 1998. We're talking like almost 22 years ago. They found this asteroid. So when they first found it, could they immediately do the trajectory and know that we were going to be that safe 4 million miles away? Or are they going, I don't know, man, this could be a direct hit?
I feel like
how many others are out there that we don't yet know of, that NASA knows of, that we'll have to kind of wait and see. That one
bet-
could be a direct hit.
I bet
They've
there's so
been
many.
watching it since 98?
Yeah, first found in 1998.
That kind of blows your mind.
They're really good
See,
at all
Virginia,
that.
isn't space amazing? Don't you love NASA?
No, it's giving me a headache.
And an anxiety attack. Thanks, Kev. That's 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Enjoy yourself.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay. Pick your power. You ever thought about superpowers and imagine if you could really have them in life?
A lot.
I bet you do, because this is from the Jaybird and Denny's Deep Discussions file, Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The hazy thoughts?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely not. These are deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts. Jaybird and Denny's. Pick your power. Okay, which of these two would you rather have? To be able to control every bird in the world with your mind, or be able to swim underwater for 10 hours without coming up for air?
Both could be very powerful if you use it the right way, Virginia. Think about that. You have control of every bird out there, including ostriches.
Which
Or-
one is more valuable?
You could swim for how long?
10 hours without coming up for air.
You're basically half fish.
You're basically a submarine.
In a sense, yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive. 10 hours. That would keep you from any kind of drowning issues. I mean, even, unfortunately, you hear the stories of people that drive into a canal and they drowned.
Right.
I mean, this power would guarantee pretty much. I mean, if somebody's not going to get you in 10 hours, what are we doing?
It's kind of like the ultimate hiding spot, too. It'd be tough to find you if you wanted to disappear and go in the ocean for 10 hours.
Yeah, I love the water. I'm very aquatic. So
Yeah.
I'm picking the ocean one. I think the birds, yeah, you could probably do stuff with that and make birds attack your friend and stuff, and that's kind of fun. But in the end, I think I would personally enjoy the water one more.
Okay. The water one would be better.
Definitely going birds.
Why is that?
Oh my gosh! Imagine you're on a date and you're just sitting and talking to the girl, and you just go, "Ah!" and 9 birds land on your arm. How impressive is that?
Yeah, until one of them poops, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out.
Now you have a communication. They would never poop on you.
Oh, they're respectful?
Well, yeah,
We
let's-
wouldn't poop on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know that
You
I'm.
can't control if he's got the runs.
Well, I'm curious. Do birds have control? I mean,
No.
do they, or is it just fly out? Like they're like, oh, hey, look at that.
it
What do you
appears
know?
to fly out.
Yeah.
But for this power, I control the bird, so it ain't pooping on me, but it is pooping on
Wait.
Virginia.
It says here, yes, you control. Okay, so you would control even the bowel movement.
They're not pooping on me.
Yeah.
And imagine the security you would have all these eagles and ravens on your fence.
They could
The
defend
football
you.
team?
Yes. Ray Lewis.
You're right, I did pick 2 football teams.
Yeah, you could have them go fetch things for you
Sure.
that you needed.
I think birds is way cooler, man.
I don't know. I'm a little bit freaked out. Like, birds kind of freak me out a little bit, too.
What do you go with, Kev?
I think I'm going to go with the 10 hours underwater. It's close, but then I'm worried about prune hands. I mean, okay, idea.
And that hair,
Start
though.
shriveling up.
There is
the
a
hair would be
point.
amazing.
There's a point
Hair
of
would be fun.
diminishing returns on prune hands. You do stop pruning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd just be all wrinkly.
Yeah, you'd be
Live
all.
with it.
You get to a wrinkly point, and then
Yeah.
you stop wrinkling more.
I'm going with the underwater for 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit better.
It's just fun. I mean, think about it. You could go to the Bahamas.
Especially around here. Yeah. How tired would you be by the time you got to the Bahamas
Yeah, I don't
swimming?
know. You're not a boat. You're a person still.
Yeah. You don't.
You swim the Bahamas?
Yeah, you don't swim like a torpedo. You still swim like you swim. You
I
can
could
just.
get one of those jet propulsion things that I hold on to.
Yeah.
And so those do work great for scuba diving and all that,
At
but I
that
don't,
point, just take a boat.
I don't need a scuba.
Kevin, Virginia's making this very silly, and I apologize.
Yes.
I think it'd be cool to be under the water.
It would
Okay.
be cool. It's a great power.
Okay. How about this power? Would you rather be able to talk with any dog on the planet, they understand you, you understand them, or be able to walk through fire without ever getting burned? Basically, you're immune to fire. What would be better?
I pick fire.
I pick talking to dogs. I would love to know what's going on in Chewy's mind. I'd love just to rap with him, just talk with him about life.
Yeah.
Imagine
What if he got real with you and he's like, look, I got a whole list of things that need to change.
The heartbreak that would come.
Yeah, there's a few things you and I need to discuss.
Well, you know what? There's a few things I'd like to discuss with him, too.
Okay.
He's like, look, you're not doing it right on many levels. And then he just breaks it down.
So that my dog could talk, but he's kind of a jerk about everything.
Well, he's disappointed.
You discover
Oh, gosh.
he hates all your toys. He doesn't like you walking around naked. He just, anything that you do, he just, imagine that. It could be
He disapproves of your choices in music.
Wouldn't be the
He's
first.
like, now we're doing sad Spanish music? I mean, what's going on?
I still pick dogs. I got to know. If he's got some problems, I got to know.
This would be helpful for you when you're at, say, the rescue and you're going to get a new dog. You can talk to all the dogs that are in there and have like a perfect match thing.
But think about all the people who have dogs. They would love to come home
Yeah.
and be able to sit down and just talk with their dog, and the dog talk with them back.
People get dogs for companionship. It helps you out physically to have dogs. That's why they have them in nursing homes and hospitals. And imagine if they could communicate with you and then you fully understood each other. I don't know how often I'd ever need to walk through fire without getting burned. It's not often or ever, and talking to dogs would be something I would use every single day.
Keep in mind, though, it's 2 a.m. or 1 a.m., and all of a sudden, your dog Coco, Kev, can you go over and rub my belly, please? I need some love.
No.
I got the runs.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that'd be good to know because you get the dog outside. I'd rather the dog do it outside than in the bed.
It's at 1 o'clock in the morning. That Kev, I got the runs, and I don't like to be scratched.
Yeah, I'm big now.
I feel like I could take that fire walking act on the road.
There you go.
I could turn that into a commercial venture. I'm always looking for a side hustle.
They call you the fire starter farter because you fart a lot and you like to walk through
I
fire.
don't know if I like that name.
Yeah.
I think it's going to affect me.
I'd watch.
Couple more powers here. You take your pick. You could either be the fastest speed reader on the planet or the fastest rapper.
Ooh, fastest rapper.
You already are. We heard you do that Godzilla song.
I know.
You're at least the fastest rapper in the 561.
Yeah, with Kevin's digital enhancing.
Don't tell anybody that. Nobody could notice. My buddy Klepto from the Snack
I just
Pack.
loved how she was miming it.
Oh, terrible acting. He goes, Klepto goes, I was listening to that live. I go, there's no way she's rapping because the edits were so quick.
Yeah.
He had to edit it in like 30 seconds, and we had to like get Jaybird out of the studio. It was a whole orchestrated thing.
Well, you can't look at me when I rap. All right, this is starting off a little fishy.
Okay, so what would you rather do? To me, speed reader, it's no doubt.
Rapping.
Yeah?
Definitely.
You're a speed reader, though. You could get all kinds of information, learn all kinds of stuff. You could get through everything super fast. You're going, okay, done.
Rapping is cooler than reading. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Oh, knowledge is better than rapping.
Both have they both are great
Yeah.
powers. I would love to be able to get up and rap like Eminem would be amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, and finally, pick your power. You could either turn rain into your favorite drink or turn cat poo into your favorite food. It's totally fine.
I'm going rain drink. I'm not messing with cat poo.
But you can't tell it's cat. Let's say you love hors d'oeuvres, like fancy hors d'oeuvres, like snail stuff. I don't know.
Escargot.
Snail bites, whatever they call them.
Escargot.
You would eat an escargot and you wouldn't even know it was made from cat poop. It wouldn't taste like it.
No, I have no interest in messing with cat poo.
Well, and plus, I see a lot more rain than I do see cat poo.
It's cocktails. You can make drinks out of rain. That could be a lounge at.
Wow.
Every happy hour in town would want to book you on a rainy day.
It'd
Watch
be like
this.
free drinks whenever it rains. Could you imagine that bar promotion?
Oh,
Could you imagine the fights the world would get into?
I see the possibilities.
me too.
Yes. Apparently, things didn't start off looking too optimistic in the now lovely relationship between Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. She said that she thought he would be a huge tool when she met him. But she said they sat and talked for hours and hours and hours. Soon we were inseparable. And then I went on tour with him. And now I'm having his baby. How about that, huh?
Aww.
Yeah. I always think Nick Jonas would be a tool. Joe seems like he'd be cool. Kevin Jonas seems pretty awesome, too.
I mean, it probably goes in order of hotness. So the hottest
is the biggest tool?
is always the biggest tool.
So, yeah, maybe that's where I am, too.
I mean, Kevin is a sweetheart.
Most Kevins are.
You're right. That's true. Well, I don't know where your fear level is set. We talked about this the other day on the coronavirus. It is all over the place. You can't get away from it. Everybody's talking about it. All kinds of people are sending me emails about, I put mine at 5, being like, you're losing your mind. I'm at a 2, maybe even a 1. I am just, whatever. Coronavirus. Duh. I laugh in its face. To me, there are some stories that are out there, and boy, they get a lot of attention anytime somebody gets it. And if somebody is elderly in a living facility in Seattle passes away from the coronavirus, it's like, oh my gosh, the shock, the horror, whatever. But you just got to keep in mind those global numbers that are out there. Everybody's having to go through, though, and say things like, for instance, the other day, the Pope sneezed, and people are like, he's got coronavirus. And like, no, the Vatican had to announce the Pope just has a cold. We're good. Don't think the Pope is going to be dying. Apparently, your pet can't catch coronavirus.
A lot of that talk on the internet, Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to let you know, they say dogs can actually test positive for the virus, but it doesn't mean they actually are infected with it because coronavirus can live on surfaces and objects. Kind of in the same way, coronavirus could be present on the surface of a dog or a cat, even if the dog or cat hasn't actually contracted the virus. So it doesn't mean they have it. It just might mean the virus is existing on their fur or something like that.
Now, does that mean if you pet the virus, you could get it?
It's possible. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, if you put your hands all over it. And that, to me, really is the biggest thing to watch. But this is just good stuff to know generally in life anyway. Because not coronavirus, there's other pathogens out there that could make you ill if you're putting them on your hands and then touching your face. And we all should know this.
Well, impetigo or impetigo, depending on where you come from, Virginia.
I know. I had to deal with that. Somebody in our family had that.
If you start scratching all over, it can spread big time.
And you can sit on a bench where somebody else sat that has it on their leg.
Yep.
And you can get it on your leg.
It's simple. Bathe. Wash your hands often. Avoid certain things. These are triggers in life. I pretty much have all these already on my list if you don't just think about it. Most common germ spreaders out there in society. Take a guess. What do you think might be one of the top things that are spreading germs out there?
Snotty children.
Snotty children? Yeah, they definitely spread germs.
Attitude and physically.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You shouldn't be just touching random children, though. I'm talking about objects that you just could randomly touch.
Bird.
Yeah.
Keyboard at work.
Keyboard at work, yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, you got to watch all those keyboards.
Bird.
Yeah.
iPhone or cell phone.
Yeah, cell phones, they got tons of germs on them. You should probably be doing an alcohol swab of that thing every single day. Swab it down at least once a day. Good idea to do that.
Bird. Public bathrooms.
Public bathrooms, oddly enough, those aren't a lot of times the worst places because people are washing hands there already.
Let me rephrase that. Public bathrooms at radio stations.
No, they're definitely gross. Yeah, no doubt about that.
What about the gas pump? I always think like, ooh, the gas pump.
Well, think
Yep.
about it. Everyone's touching it. You know,
Yep.
not everyone's washing their hands.
But they don't clean that thing.
What I do is and sometimes in life you just wind up like, okay, what are you going to do? Not get gas? You're going to wear rubber gloves to the pump and then throw them away? Yeah, you could do that kind of crazy stuff. What I do is I just will make sure and make a note not to like touch my hands or face and get home and wash it up. Keep in mind your steering wheel too. You got a lot of different pathogens on that.
Yes, I clean my steering wheel with a wet wipe occasionally.
Yep.
And then I look at it afterwards, and it's like brown. It is gross.
It is, yeah. So these are just some things that it's around. You don't have to freak out. Just be like, okay, make a mark in your mind. Be like, I just touched one of those things. Be very careful to go wash your hands quickly before you touch your face.
So if you were to lick that steering wheel for a good 30 seconds, are you pretty much guaranteed to probably get sick or something?
No, I licked your windshield, remember?
I mean, it's kind of debatable. It was very controversial.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was.
You were doing that weird thing with your
Yeah.
tongue.
Things to keep your eyes on that they're out there. The biggest germ spreaders, money. Don't even think about that a lot of times because we're so excited to go, yeah, money.
I saw somebody put on Facebook. They say money is the top way that the coronavirus is being spread right now. So take all your money, put it in a Ziploc bag, and
Yep.
mail it to me.
Yes, you're right.
I'll destroy it for you.
Touch screens. That's the tough part. You're like going, you know what? I'm just going to go through life and now I'm not going to pay with money. I'm going to just go on ahead and pay with credit card. Well, then you know what? You got a lot of times hit the touch screen to accept or whatever. I mean, they're going to get you either way, germy-wise.
There was this one touch screen I saw at one of these restaurants, and it had old food caked on it. It just looked gnarly. All these people were touching it. It just looked like it had a virus
They're
all
gnarly.
over it.
Yeah, they're very gnarly.
If you have a touch screen, you need to clean it.
Every hour. You have to
Every day.
Yeah.
Shopping carts, keep an eye on that. There's a lot of pathogens that exist on that. So make a check. Be like, okay, I'm touching a shopping cart.
What about, and I don't see it too often anymore, remember you go to a bar and see a bowl full of peanuts and people would go in there.
That's so gnarly.
Isn't that disgusting?
It's so disgusting.
That was a thing of the 80s and the 90s. You don't see that as much anymore.
No. Watch out for the high fives and handshakes. Do the woo handshake instead where you tap feet. We demonstrated that yesterday on the show. They said watch out for office break rooms. They got a lot of germs in there because you have disgusting coworkers. Remote controls.
Yes.
Ton of germs.
Remote controls in a hotel room. What you should do is travel with the antibacterial wipes and wipe that thing down. Because think about it. People watch adult movies while they're messing with that remote.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
The thing that really stinks, I was at a place up in Oregon and it looked nice until you opened up the windows. When you open up the windows, you could see this like stained hue on the sheets. And I'm like, did they not even change the sheets? It's so gross.
Always go with the hotel with the most stars that you can afford.
That doesn't always work, but this was not a bad hotel either, honestly.
Fitness gyms, another thing too. You're going in there and you're using any kind of gym equipment somebody else has probably been through. There are pathogens on that. So all these things, this is regular stuff I do, coronavirus or not. I'm just always, whenever I touch these things, I'm making a mental note that your hand has been on that. There's no doubt you've got gunk all over your hands. Don't touch your face until you can go wash them.
So this is different than a bathroom, but like a porta potty, there's no way those things are not littered with viruses and disease, right?
If you go early in the day, it's better. Porta potty at the end of the day, not so fun.
Third day of a festival, you mean to tell me it's not just leading the league in virus?
It gets rough.
So there you go. Just a couple precautions. Put all those things we had on the list in the back of your mind. So when you do touch them, be like, okay, don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. And then what happens? Psh, I touch my face.
You can't help it.
You can't help it, but don't do it.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in your dirt, yeah, it sounds like Spike Lee is causing a little drama with the New York Knicks. You know, he's super supportive of the basketball team, but got into an altercation with security at Madison Square Garden the other night when he was there taking in a game. Coming up in a second, I'll let you hear some of him and give you some behind the scenes. Before we get into that, oh my goodness, Carrie Underwood, who is a Nashville resident, was talking about what it was like to be on the phone with her man who was in Nashville. I don't believe she was there, but like this is her talking a little bit about what it was like for her family going through the tornado situation.
I think that's what everyone's doing right now is assessing, and I'm like texting people I know, and I'm like asking my husband, like, everybody's good. Is everybody we know? Right? Yeah, he said he had to go upstairs at like 2 a.m. and grab the boys and take them down to. We have like a little safe room in our house, and I was like, I bet everybody was crying. No, it's 2 a.m. like freaking out.
Yeah, it just really crazy. I was looking at some of the footage yesterday, and you know where it went. 25 people have been killed by those tornadoes.
Heartbreaking.
And they had the mayor of Nashville on, and they do have an alert system now, but you got 3 to 6 minutes.
Oh.
And could you imagine, like in the middle of the night when you're dead asleep and you're just like trying to wake up and you got 3 to 6 minutes to get it together, and whatever your emergency plan is got to kick in, and you got to get there if you're in the direct path of it.
That's so scary.
Have you ever seen a tornado in real life?
Nothing too crazy. I've seen a little bit of those water spouts, but nothing that would be seriously harmful to anybody.
Those are still horrifying. I mean, those water spouts, those are creepy looking.
In other news, your band Kiss is planning to open up a casino, a Kiss casino. Will you make the pilgrimage?
Casino?
Casino.
I know they're gonna totally call it that. Oh, this is so.
Will you make the pilgrimage to Biloxi, Mississippi?
No,
Biloxi.
Of course we're not. You know we're not, but we're going to love to make fun of it.
I guess back a little bit ago, Jimmy Buffett used to have a casino there, and so now they're just taking over that whole space. It's going to be a 3,000 capacity live concert venue, a hotel, casino, and is expected to cost about $200 million to put the whole thing together.
Still making history, baby.
Terrible.
It is. It's terrible. I need it though.
I
hate it / love it.
You hate it / you kind of need to go.
Definitely.
The New York Knicks have some Spike Lee drama. The director got into an altercation with security at Madison Square Garden Monday night, right before the game started. Now, here's what's going on. So, Spike Lee has been using this door that is for staff and media only. And there's a special door for VIPs and for people attending the game. And so the Knicks are like, hey, Spike, can you use the door for VIPs and for people attending the game? And he was like, no, I'm going to still keep using the door I've been using.
Yeah.
Even though it's just for employees and stuff. He wants to use this special door. And so I guess the owner of the game, the owner of the team came up to him during the game and was like, hey, dude, you know, you got to use this one door. You can't keep using the door you've been using. And apparently they came to terms, but now Spike Lee is saying he's not going back to a game for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he was all over ESPN yesterday just spouting off about how terrible this is.
So at halftime, Dolan comes over to me and says, we need to talk. I said, talk about what? We need to talk. I said, Mr. Dolan, I don't want to talk about nothing. I've been coming through this entrance for 28 years. Plus, Wednesday, historic event, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. To Kill a Mockingbird, where did I go in? The employee entrance. That was Wednesday. So if they want to change this whole new policy talk about, why not call me? I'm being harassed.
That they wanted. You just said you're being harassed?
Yes.
Are you going back to a Knicks game this year?
Not this year.
Are you considering?
No, I'm coming back next year, but I'm done for the season. I'm done.
Okay. He says he spends $300K, annually on his season tickets.
Well, there's got to be a reason
and he thinks
why.
for that. Well, I think probably a lot of this, he sees how Drake is treated by the Toronto Raptors. And Drake is doing everything but playing in the game. And he probably thinks, hey, I mean, come on. I'm a bigger star than Drake, right? I'm Spike Lee. I was here long before Drake. The Knicks
28 years
should treat me better than they treat Drake. If he gets that, I'm sure he's going through the player entrance. So if Drake can do it with the Raptors, why can't I do it with the Knicks? The Knicks are terrible.
So something's got to happen when Spike Lee comes in there for them to say, all right, Spike, you got to go through the VIP. Does he walk in and does something happen?
It takes his time. He probably is mingling with the players like Drake often does. He's buddy-buddy with all the players, and they're coming up to him, and that might be part of what it is. And it's also, too, with security now, they're like, look, we need separation, we need organization. It's New York City.
His ego's hurt.
Big
time.
His ego is
Big
hurt.
time.
And they set a standard. They let him do it for so many years. Now to snatch it away from him and
He wants to be grandfathered in.
Right. I see both sides of it.
But companies and organizations, they change the rules, as we know.
They do. And sometimes, you can't do it the way you used to do it because it's a security issue. And I think that's all they're trying to say. Mm-hmm. There you go. There's your drama. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the Taste of Little Italy. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Tradition in Port St. Lucie. It's all this weekend. Italian food and music and rides for the kids and fun. So we'll see you out there all this weekend for the Taste of Little Italy. It's free.
These celebrities having a birthday today include Jason Newsted. He's a local dude. He used to be the bass player in the band Metallica.
Oh, yeah, he did. And he's an awesome artist.
Yes.
And an awesome charity man.
Cool dude.
Did some very, very nice things this past year for Little Smiles. We are very grateful for him and his wife.
Mm-hmm. He's all about the music, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. I saw this man run a backstage event when they had a bunch of people lined up, and he's like, no, you're going to do it this way, this way, this way. I was like, dang.
He knows,
He
huh?
is a boss.
He's a showbiz guy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, well, he's turning 57 years old today. Happy birthday to local guy Jason Newsted. Also, we were talking about her yesterday. She is on the Netflix show S-Bomb Creek that is on there. Catherine O'Hara is 66. She plays Moira on the show, if you watch that, but she also was the mom in Home Alone. She was in Beetlejuice.
Best in Show.
She's done a lot of stuff. So she's 66 today. And by the way, the whole cast of S-Bomb Creek is going to be coming to the Hard Rock.
Oh.
Yeah, I think in May they're going to be doing that. Tickets go on sale on Friday. They're going to be talking about the 6th and final season of that show, so she'll be a part of that with Daniel Levy and everybody else. Also, happy birthday to Chris G from your wifey Kendall. Loves you more than you know. Also, happy 8th birthday to Tanner Pinkerton from Mom, Dad, and Brother Tucker. There's a photo of him there on KVJ TV.
Aw, cutie.
Also, Aiden, happy 11th birthday. Hope you have a great day. Reach for the stars from Mommy, Daddy, and Ava. And I got a photo there on KVJ TV as well.
Aww.
Also, my baby Amanda's turning 10. Erica sent that in.
That's a big one. Double digits.
Double digits.
So there you go. Big ol' happy birthday. Want to get your birthday on the KVJ show? You just got to let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com.
Drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain. Hey, you're Facebook fishing.
And just like one of those cryptic posts that we're talking about here, Trish decided to go on and just kind of randomly start blasting some people. And then people are like, who are you talking about? What's going on here? And then, I think a lot of times, too, you don't think about who your audience is when you're on social media. Maybe you forget that there could be some eyeballs out there watching what is going on. Somebody that you forgot actually has access to your thread. Trish gets a little bit tripped up here at the end of this thread on that. You can see that. I'll play the role of Trish here in this. J-Bird, you can be Jen.
Do you have any direction?
She is just somebody who's kind of like, she's like with Trish. And I get you. Sassy. Yeah, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
All right.
Yeah. Virginia, you're a little bit more dry in this. You can play the role of Lewis.
Okay.
And then Denny's, you are the surprise guest that pops in at the end, and the surprise guest goes by the name of Dawn.
Got it.
Dawn,
Okay.
female or male?
Male, I
Oh.
believe. Yeah, it's a D-O-N is how it's spelled in the thread here. All right, here is what Trish put up on social media. Did I ever say that I hate people? Because I do. From the bottom of my heart. This job is filled with whining babies that complain non-stop. It's like a kindergarten. I got a raise the other day, and now everybody wants one. For what? Complaining?
It's generational. Same where I work.
Well, if the minimum wage was a living wage, these problems would be solved. Hashtag vote.
Lewis, I appreciate your views on the world, but no politics on here. This is my place to vent.
Just thought you might like some solutions like college for all, hashtag no debt, hashtag no crybabies.
Okay, I'm going to pretend that Lewis isn't baiting us into some political discussion.
Right.
So, Trish, kids, okay?
Yes, they're great. Thanks for asking, Jen. Sorry about blowing up at the top of this post.
Kids would be better if they had free health care. Just saying.
All right, that's enough, Lewis. You're sounding a lot like the entitled little a-holes that I work with. Boo-hoo. The world is expensive. Boo-hoo. You're triggering me. Boo-hoo. I have food allergies and I can't eat peanut/gluten.
You laugh, but you don't have the social anxiety that I do. You know, I used to have to use self-checkout because I can't even talk to the cashier.
Loser.
Okay, this needs to stop. Lewis, take a few minutes to calm down. Trish, I'm gonna need to speak with you when you get in tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'll see you then, Dawn.
You Facebook friended your boss.
Yeah, John, I'm gonna need you to message me. It's complicated. Hashtag must do social.
Ooh, that is messy.
Her boss jumped in about her raise.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know, can anybody here on the show confidently say that none of our bosses ever look at our personal social media?
Not true.
posts?
I without a doubt, think they look at him.
They have to.
They do, because I've been called out.
What did you do, Virginia?
I have a memo in my personal file.
I was telling Kevin, I go, Kev, Virginia got written up.
I got written up.
Kevin didn't know about this.
Yeah, it's real. I got written up for posting something on my social, and I got in trouble for it.
Whoa.
Are you
bad girl.
Are you able to say what you did? Because it sounds like you posted something horrific.
No, it wasn't horrific. It was me just trying to drum up some business, but it looked bad.
Okay.
And the boss was like, you got to sign this. This is going in your personal file. You can't do this, and you're in trouble, and bad girl.
Raise your hand if you've ever been written up and gone in the personal file.
Oh, a lot.
The usual suspects. The usual suspects.
I swear I had the best of intentions. I was not trying to be shady, but I got in trouble.
I've had friends get fired for their posts.
Absolutely. I bet people get fired. Because, I mean, I didn't do anything that bad. I was actually trying to help with stuff, and I had the best of intentions, but sometimes people go on there without the best of intentions.
Oh, yeah.
And they try to kick the turd and start fights, and you can get in big trouble.
I think I've told the story before, but I had a friend who got fired his first day at work. He got a job at a security company, and they take security seriously. In the first hour he was working, he posted a social post of him at the security company, and it had all this stuff behind him with all these numbers and stuff, and they fired him within 1 hour. It took him 2 weeks to get this job.
Did you have another friend who got fired on the same day he got the job? He fell asleep on a boat?
Oh, yeah. So I put, this is why you can't
He was the captain.
You can't put a good word in for, I had a friend, right? I got him a job cleaning a boat. And I told him, I'm like, he's a great worker. It'll be great. The boat will be clean when you get back. It's one of those giant sailboats.
Yeah.
The guy came back to check on the progress. My buddy had smoked a bunch of weed and passed out on his bed.
Oh.
He didn't clean anything. He actually made a mess.
On the owner's bed, this guy
The first day.
First day?
I vouched for it. It was terrible.
Our sweet Denny's his good name.
Denny's don't vouch for none of his friends no more.
I was like, dude, get high after. What are you doing?
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
come on.
work first, high later.
Come on, man.
Come on, yeah. Somebody texted in and said, I once posted a cryptic message on Facebook. A coworker thought it was about their boss, showed it to them, who took it to my boss. I tried to explain it had nothing to do with work, and she said I was lying and wrote me up.
Wow.
See, that's messed up, because if it's really not about the boss, how can they
Right.
write you up on that?
So that just goes to show you, don't mess. Just don't mess. It's not a safe land to charter. You're going to get in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Wow. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, who wants to play the Rocco match game? Virginia's 4-year-old. We got a couple clips from him. We bleeped out a word, though, in the clip, and you got to try to guess what the word is that we bleeped out.
It's an innocent word, though, right?
It is something that you could say on the radio, yeah, but it may not sound so innocent the way we bleeped it out. We got tickets to the Kennedy Space Center, an educational trip you could take your kids to if you want to give it a shot. Call us up, 877-979-9763. We'll play next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, Virginia's 4-year-old son, Rocco, has become kind of, I guess, social media famous. He's gotten his own TikTok now, and he likes to dabble on the KVJ Instagram from time to time. That's when we first realized his abilities, when he was going on there and leaving some somewhat naughty videos.
He was on the Snapchat the other night.
Oh, he was?
Very active.
Oh, boy. What kind of stuff's he been posting here? I haven't heard any comments, so I assume everything's on the up and up.
He hasn't been cursing. He got in trouble for that.
Okay, good.
But he did find that cool filter where you can put a cat on your head.
I saw that one.
Loves it.
Oh, that's fun.
It's a good filter.
It's a great filter.
Has he been he says swearing's done for a while, huh?
He's trying to be better.
Trying to be better.
Now, in a moment of rage, sometimes he does let one fly at his sister, and he does get in trouble, but he's been way better at school.
Okay, good.
And he does, the cursing has been better at school. Let's just say that.
What does his first or favorite curse word, what letter does it start with?
Either an S or an F.
It's definitely an F. I've seen this act before.
It's an F?
It's an F.
It's an F. Okay. All right. Okay, we've got Allison is here with her son, Cash, to play along the Rocco match game. Hello, Allison.
Hey there, how are you?
Good. And Cash is there with you?
He is. We're on the way to school.
Cash!
So cute. And how old is Cash?
He is 10.
10. Okay.
All right.
All right. Got a couple years on Virginia's Rocco here. He's only 4. Well, what we're going to do here is we've taken Rocco saying a line here, and we've bleeped out a word. You just got to tell us the word that we bleeped out, and we'll give you 3 chances to try to win. Okay, Allison?
Okay.
Okay. We got Kennedy Space Center tickets up for grabs here. I'll let you know in this first clip, it is just one word, but it's bleeped out twice, okay? So the answer would be just one word, all right?
Okay.
Okay, here you go. Here is the clip. What is the word we bleeped out here in the Baby Rocco match game?
If Taylor Swift can like a man, then I can like a woman.
Okay. Did you get that one, Allison?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's
Okay.
It sounds like maybe if he was peeing.
Oh, okay. If Taylor Swift could, okay, then I could pee like a woman. All right, let's see what Rocco had to say here.
If Taylor Swift can dress like a man, then I can dress like a woman.
Oh, okay. That's her new video.
Dress.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself. That was a tough one.
That was hard.
That was tough.
That was a hard one.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll give you some easier ones here. Okay, what do you think about this? What is the word that we bleeped out here in the Rocco match game?
Take that crayon and shove it up your
It's not a curse word.
Did this happen at school?
He's not cursing. Now think it's an innocuous word that you can say on the radio.
Huh.
Take that crayon and shove it up your
I mean, if he's running school like that,
Yeah.
if he's going into art class.
Whoa. Okay, Allison, any idea what the word is that we bleeped out there?
We're gonna go with butt on that one.
Gonna go with butt on that one. Okay, let's see.
Take that crayon and shove it up your nose.
Oh. Shove it up your nose.
Butt might be a little too much, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. You got 3 chances here. Let's try this clip out here in the Rocco match game. What is the word that we bleeped out?
My teacher was staring, so I said, "What are you looking at?"
My teacher was staring? Is that it? So, okay. All right, what was this?
My teacher was staring, so I said, "What are you looking at?"
This one's tough. I don't know what this one is.
This one's hard too.
Oh man, yeah. Gosh, what are you looking at, woman?
What are you looking at, woman? Okay.
My teacher was staring, so I said, "What are you looking at there?"
Oh, what are you looking at there? That was a real
That's
tough
tough.
one.
That was a tough
Yeah,
round.
we made that too tough, so I'm going to have to hook you up with those tickets, okay? That's just way too tough. All right, Allison?
Oh, Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, you and your son Cash, you guys enjoy the Kennedy Space Center, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
So educational.
I mean, the kid's right there in the car. You got to give the tickets.
Yeah.
The kids are hanging on.
That was a tough round.
That last one was very tough.
Funny, but tough.
Yeah, that was some really tough stuff. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, I believe it's about time for another World Record Wednesday. I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be a great little challenge here. There is a world record for drinking a beer.
Drinking a beer out of a can, yeah, it's like under 2 seconds. So it's
Whoa.
quick. I'm gonna pull up the numbers for you.
You're good at chugging.
Just give me like 7 minutes, Ken.
Okay. All right, no problem. All right, so Jaybird is going to try to attempt another world record. How close can he come to knocking a can of beer down the fastest? Virginia,
2 seconds. I mean, that's
I don't even know how you would physically even absorb that into your body.
Let me double check my numbers on that.
Are you going to shotgun it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Shotgun the beer. And the quickest way to shotgun a beer is what I meant to say. I'm all over the place today. I apologize.
This day is not different from yesterday, though.
Don't be so hurtful. Come on.
Okay. Can Jaybird, 1, find the world record, and 2, can he beat the world record?
It,
yes.
There's
a lot of challenges for the bird to face off against next. World Record Wednesday. Can Jaybird beat the record for drinking a can of beer the fastest?
Fastest beer shotgun, and it's held by Justin Meyer. 12 ounces of beer, which we have, and he did it in 1.73 seconds.
Under 2 seconds?
Shotgunned it, yeah. Now, you are kind of the shotgun champ, Virginia, so I need your guidance.
I am not good at shotgunning. I'm good at keg stands, which is where you go upside down and chug out of the keg. I'm not good at shotgunning because you poke a hole and then you open it and it flies down your throat, and it's very intense for me.
Are you the one that's good at shotgunning, Ken?
No, I'm terrible at it. There's a skill set. I don't know who you're thinking of.
Yeah, nobody on this show.
No, I'm terrible at it.
I'm your keg stand girl all day, upside down on the keg.
There's a skill set to it. I grew up with a lot of people that could, were bonging beers and shotgunning them and all that kind of stuff was something impressive, and it was amazing watching the ones that were really good at it. They're able to, I guess, turn off the gag reflex. Mine is very active.
Me too.
It just goes whoosh, like right down their throat like nothing.
I can have things go down my throat without it gagging. I can do it pretty. That's
Prove
why
it.
I can chug pretty.
That's what he's going to do here. So this might be something. I know you can chug a beer really well. You've been in chugging contests and live events that we've done, and typically you'll beat most competitors.
Chris M. from the YouTube chat room. He's the one that took me down.
Yeah, but that was after like the third beer.
I did have a lot of beer that day.
Yeah.
You did.
So did he, though, in his defense.
Okay.
What you guys need to do is do it fresh. Right when you get to the bar, not a bunch of beer in your belly, and see who the real champ is.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. I'd like to go against him again.
Okay, Jaybird is gunning for Justin Meyer's record, 12 ounces of beer in a can, shotgunned in 1.73 seconds.
I don't think I know how to shotgun, though. So
you have to pop a hole in the beer.
Do you want to help me pop this hole?
Yeah, it's in, what it is like, let's say the hole would be leaning down. You do it on the back end of the can.
Right, and you hold it on
it'd
its
be like
side.
right there.
Like there, okay.
Yeah, and you just want to make a small
You want to try to make an air
hole.
bubble
I
where
think
you're
doing it on the opposite
puncturing it.
Yeah. You do it on the opposite side. So like the hole would be facing down towards the ground, and then the hole that you put in the can is on the back end of that. I'll point to exactly where. So
I like this.
if you're watching KVJ TV, from what I've seen, because actually my son Colin was showing me, he's got something on his keychain just ready to pop a beer in case he needs to for a shotgun. So there's the hole, the can. So what you would do is you would put the hole in the can right there on the opposite end.
That's where I've seen it done,
So you do it and just kind of peel it back, and then you pop the lid, and then it just goes right down.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Don't cut your lip.
Yeah. So you
Be
just
careful.
I think actually the most entertaining part of this entire segment is going to be Jaybird trying to pop the hole in the beer can. I think this is actually the full entertainment here. I think the actual shotgunning part is going to be anticlimactic, but the excitement comes in watching him trying to put this hole in the beer without complete disaster.
So she doesn't have a gentle touch.
Yeah.
Is this my Braveheart speech before my failure? Is that what we're doing?
This is just a small dose of reality.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like, have you ever seen where you would do a can opener and you pop it like on a high C, which I know you've seen? That's ideally what you want, is something that just can kind of make that small little hole like what you do on a high C.
Okay,
Don't do that yet.
Don't do that yet.
No.
You're doing it wrong.
Well, you just Kevin, can we please put it in the penalty box for a minute?
Good luck.
Silence.
Good luck getting her in there.
So, Kevin,
Yeah.
I want to do this, right? I want to poke it here.
Yeah.
Poke and choke.
Yeah, you just
That's
want
what you're going to do.
You just want to make a small hole, but it shouldn't be something where you have to do it like seamless. You can make the hole and it can sit there. I've seen that where people sit there at the hole in the can that they've made themselves, and then they get ready to pop the top and then shotgun the beer.
Should I do it that way? Should I make the hole now?
Make the hole, make it small.
You just kind of make the hole and you make it.
Don't get too aggressive.
This is, like I said, this is going to be your biggest challenge in this whole thing, is you being able to make this hole.
These are the flattest. What kind of scissors are these?
You're using rounded tip scissors to make a hole. That's not going to work.
Should I do a key?
Yeah, I've seen people do it with a key.
Okay, all right. And it seems cooler, too.
Yeah, it seems more
Hold
manly.
on, let me grab my keys real quick. I've got a lot of keys on here.
What are you, a janitor?
I thought that sounded manly.
Oh, this is going to be fun to watch. Okay.
Don't pop it yet.
I'm not.
Here goes the bird.
Stop yelling at me.
All right, he's trying to hear. Okay, go ahead and pop your hole. Okay, all right, there you go. All right, you made your hole. Okay, now he takes it down and listen to that fishing sucking noise. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, it's like you're making love to a beer can. Listen to him. Yeah.
I don't think I got the record.
No.
No, I'm pretty confident that was longer than 1.73 seconds.
Can I try that again?
If you must, yes.
Because I
We'll
think
give
I
you
know,
one more shot.
I think I know what I did wrong.
Well, you know, what happened was you hit it, and of course, beer went spraying out all over the place.
I'm covered in beer.
Yeah.
I got a sales meeting. I smell like I've been in a brewery.
Oh, it looks like you've never
what-
been to a sales meeting hammered.
Okay, so that was the issue. It's got to be kind of a gentle poke
You know what?
on the can.
The hole wasn't big enough. It was just not big enough. I could not penetrate it.
But don't jab it and stab it. You have to manipulate the key and make a little hole without causing a geyser to come out.
Mm-hmm. That is really going to be your biggest challenge.
I love how Virginia gives, instructions and critique. Why don't you do it this way so there's not a geyser coming out?
Well, I'm covered in beer. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you liked that smell. I thought you feel right at home covered in beer.
Yeah.
Oh, Kasut has to clean off the lens. You got beer on the camera.
Imagine that. I poke a hole in a beer can and beer gets everywhere. The odds.
Yeah. Okay.
Be more gentle with the hole.
Poor panda.
All right. We're going to see if Bird can do this again. He's going for the world record. This is World Record Wednesday. Justin Meyer holds the record for shotgunning a 12-ounce beer in 1.73 seconds.
There you go.
There you go. Small hole. Now you got it?
Small hole. No stabbing.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now this is already better. Okay.
She's learning.
The clock is
Hold
all
on.
ready to go.
And on your mark, set, go.
Go. Okay. Got the clock going. And he's opened it. He's squeezing it down. And you're done. All right. Oh, boy. It's gushing out all over the place.
Oh, it's cold.
Clearly, there's a lot left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, my God. It's leaking. It's a mess. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Whoa, spring break.
Yeah, it is spring break. You're
Quite
right.
the display.
Yeah.
We need a towel.
Yeah.
Well, this is what this is about. We see where I'm at with these world records.
Okay.
Please clean up.
What I got on that, and it was incomplete in a sense because there's still a lot of beer left in the can, but I got you at 4.76 seconds, about 3 seconds over the world record mark.
So much work to do.
Much work to be done, yes.
Next week, I was going to think if Virginia wants to be my partner, there's one where the most slaps in a minute on my face.
I'm in.
Okay.
You have to actually slap me. It can't be the tap.
I'm ready now. Since you failed so bad at this one, can we just do a mulligan?
I know you don't really mean the hurtful words. I know that I already have a buzz.
Yeah, spring break!
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second in your Dirt of the Day, we will hear all about Mike Tyson and how he's afraid of the man he used to be, and could that man ever come back? Did you crack a new beer?
It's the dirt.
Are you still shotgunning?
It's the dirt. Can you blame me? Bartender, do we have something harder?
Before we get into Mike Tyson, here's a little bit of Shaquille O'Neal talking about losing a bet to Dwayne Wade.
Let's just get it out of the way, America. I had a bet against one of my good friends, D-Wade, Milwaukee versus the Heat. I said Milwaukee was going to win by 20 and the Heat won. I said, well, what do you want me to do, pay you? He said, nah, you got to let your hairline grow out. We want to see your hairline looking like Kenny Smith. So I just lined it up for y'all so y'all can see where my hairline starts.
Good.
And I look good, and I'm proud to do it, and I'm keeping it like this all week.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, if you didn't see the photo, his hairline starts in the middle of his head. So when he finally kind of like let it grow out, you're able to see it.
Didn't we do that to a kid? Didn't the kid have...
We gave him a Dr. Phil haircut, yeah. Yeah, we gave him that hair around the sides, but yeah, shaved the middle part at the top.
There's more and more evidence mounting that Tom Brady may not be going back to the Patriots. Have you seen that new video that's circulating on a lot of the soch?
No.
They're talking to him, and he's not mic'd up. And so somebody's asking him about, hey, are you going back? And he off mic kind of says, I'm not going back. And people can lip read it, and you can clearly see what he's, I'm not going back. And now his wife is putting out social media videos as well. I don't know where I'd like to live. I'd like to live anywhere that's nice.
Are they playing the game, though? Are they trying to force the Patriots to come to the table with some...
I don't know, but when you look at his face and he's like, I'm not coming, like he looked disgusted a little bit, like I'm not coming back.
I don't know. That's the
Do you
big
care?
topic. I don't know what's more pointless chatter, the Tom Brady or the coronavirus. But it's just all over the place. I was even reading today, there's somebody starting a rumor that he's going to go to the San Francisco 49ers and Garoppolo, who was at New England, is going to go. It makes no, I'm like, what? It didn't even make sense. But every day he's pegged with another team.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
People care. I know you don't care.
He'll wind up with the Patriots. And
you do, you think?
I think. And that's what I believe.
Would people crap themselves if he ended up going to the Dolphins?
It'd be interesting. Yeah, I think it'd be a big deal.
Could he take the Fins and turn them into wins?
No.
Aww.
Not this year. No, they'll admit they've got to get through a draft and build up. A year or two, they hope. But no, not this year.
Mike Tyson is definitely afraid of the man that he used to be. Here he is talking a little bit about that lethal dude.
I know the art of fight. I know the art of war. That's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring. I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for.
Is Mike Tyson crying?
Yes.
He's crying?
Well, he's either crying or pooping. I didn't see the actual video.
It sounds like he's crying.
It does sound like he's crying.
Talking about being an annihilator.
Well, he has the podcast Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and he is a big pot smoker now, right? So I think he goes on the podcast, smokes a lot of weed, and then just starts talking.
And I also know he's always been a very emotional dude. Always.
Yeah.
Whether it was through anger or crying.
There's just some people that when they cry, you don't know how to react. It's
scary.
It's tough.
It's scary.
I'm scared.
Now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. I'm working on being the art of humbleness. That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just, I hate that guy. I'm scared of him. That guy's kind of dead now.
What is, because he's doing this with Sugar Ray Leonard. If you're Sugar Ray Leonard, what are you doing?
So, Mike, what time's this over?
How long does this podcast go?
I thought we were having some fun today, Mike.
But that wasn't easy. That guy didn't want to leave. He wasn't leaving easy. He fought, screamed, and cried and scratched all the way till he died.
Okay.
People are saying, yeah, it's from the Sugar Ray interview. I guess Sugar Ray interviews him.
Okay.
I guess.
It's fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's fascinating stuff. And I understand why he's scared of that person. That person bit ears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. I think that's just kind of it. Like you're saying, the art of war. You have to mentally go to a different place to do what he has to do. You can't go in there with your happy face and expect to do what he's got to do. And in that era,
I mean, was there ever a boxer that was that feared? I remember people were so afraid to get into the ring with him.
Iron Mike, yeah.
They said, he was going in there knocking people out.
He was in the first 20 seconds.
The regular way, he would eat you.
Yeah.
Well, that was when he started getting kind of messed up. There was a run where he was untouchable.
Early 90s, he went about 2 to 3 years, and he was just destroying everybody.
In a way where they thought they were going to die when they got in the ring.
Oh, yeah. No, he was a bad man.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the 13th Annual Taste of Little Italy and Tradition in Port St. Lucie. It is happening this weekend. Free admission all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come on out for the best in Italian food and music and culture and rides for the kids and all kinds of fun. We'll see you out there this weekend.
Kind of excited about this round of Who is Legit. We've got on somebody who is, or was at least, legit Amish.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get to grill them with some questions. We got 2 people on here. One of them is legit Amish. One of them is not. Can we figure out who's the imposter next? Okay, which one of these people is legit Amish? Now, where I grew up, there were some Amish people kind of around. In fact, there was the Amish and the Mennonites. We had a lot of Mennonites, too, and I don't necessarily know the difference. I think they have kind of a little bit of a difference, probably like Catholics, Protestants, something like that, but they're kind of like in the same ballpark. Kind of wore some of the same kind of clothes and same kind of look.
And do you know how far this whole, because I've only seen stuff on TV and I've only read about stuff, but the modern day Amish person, are they not allowed to have any kind of electronics at all? Do you know the rules on that?
I'm not really positive exactly how it goes. That's kind of what, I'd seen on it. So
we tell them to call in, but I don't think they have a cell phone.
Well, that's just it. So, I mean, I guess whoever we have here is maybe former Amish, or maybe Amish are allowed to use phones. I don't know.
Maybe they went on Rumspringa and said, you know what? I got a taste and I like it.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to figure out which one of these is legit, which one is not. We have got Zeke on here, and I guess Zeke, that's short. Your name used to go by Ezekiel. Is that correct?
Ezekiel, yes.
Okay. All right. So we got Zeke here.
That's a legit sounding name.
That is very legit.
That is biblical.
And then we got Mary, which I believe that's actually in the Bible.
I mean,
yeah.
You don't get more biblical.
Hello, Mary. Oh, sorry. Hello, Mary. I'll submit the buttons. Okay. Yes. Hello, Mary.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Okay. There we go. All right. So which one of these 2 is or was legit Amish?
People are already saying the first guy's legit.
It's already over?
Yeah.
Zeke is it. Now, keep in mind, I think Denny's a lot of times does come up with made-up names. I don't know if Zeke is or not. So my first question here for Zeke. So tell me about the Amish and using phones or appliances or things like that. Where you're from, are you allowed to?
Well, I grew up in an Amish sect in Iowa, and with terms of technology and everything like that, we don't use it day to day and everything. However, when we are, working, there's sometimes where we're allowed to use electronics, sometimes allowed to use electricity. Like if we're, with a storefront or something like that, when we're selling our goods. So that's when we're allowed to use it. But it's just we don't want to use it in terms of vanity and in terms of, creating life beyond what we really truly need. And as we were going forward, modern.
Okay.
You won't.
So Amish don't often use the hashtag living your best life.
You won't find Ezekiel 69 on the gram.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you can use it for business, not for vanity.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If that's real.
If that's real. Mary, what do you have to say about using electronics and phone in your community? What was it like with them?
Sure. Yeah, we had electronics. There are less conservative orders where they use electronics all the time, but it would be things that are approved by the church. So, like you wouldn't watch TV or anything like that, or anything that would be basically bringing the world into your home, you would not do that. But you might be allowed to have electric lights and things like that, depending on which church you went to.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just buzzed, but that sounded pretty good.
I can tell you, first round, both of them are pretty good.
And he might be drunk, not just buzzed. Yeah. Can we get Denny's, we need a field sobriety test.
All right, Virginia, what question do you have here? Who is legit? Which one of these is a legit Amish person? Is it Zeke or Mary? What's your question?
My question is, tell me about your parents.
Okay. About your parents, Mary. We'll start with you here.
Sure. Anything specific or?
Like, what was it like growing up with them? How did they parent you?
Sure. So, of course, we were very conservative. But interestingly, we were not born into that lifestyle. My mom decided when I was 11, she lived in Amish country, and she decided that she wanted us to have a safe and holy upbringing. Mm-hmm. So she decided to join one of the churches that had that lifestyle. So it was very unusual. So how I found out about it was at 11 years old, we were in Kmart to buy clothes for school, and all of a sudden she announced the new dress code. And I started crying. So, I didn't know that we were going to make that major change. But
I'm not gonna lie, I've cried in a Kmart too.
I have cried in Kmart as well.
Yeah.
I cried as a kid.
It's short for Cry-Mart. That's what it is.
I cried when they closed a lot of them because they had great prices.
My mom and Ann would take us to the Kmart little cafeteria all the time.
Huh.
All the time. They had food. It's good food.
Right, so it's kind of dropped on her in a Kmart. Zeke, what about you? How strict were your parents growing up?
My parents weren't really that strict growing up. It was, while it was still conservative and everything like that, when you're younger, they make sure that I followed the faith and I followed the books. But as you go more towards your Rumspringa, they start to give you a little more of a leash to go out and explore and everything like that, because they know that the faith is not something that's forced upon you. It's something that you choose to come back to.
Yeah. On that, I do have a question about the Rumspringa.
Oh, damn, Kevin, taking my question.
Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. What was your question about it? You mentioned it.
You'll articulate it better.
Yeah, you just sound like a hack.
I was going to just ask, tell me about your Rumspringa. What was the craziest thing y'all did? Because I know both of y'all went.
And does everybody do it? Is that something every Amish person does, is Rumspringa? What do you say, Zeke?
I got hijacked, Virginia.
Oh, all right. So I wasn't sure if it was going towards me or Mary. So with the Rumspringa, it generally happens sometimes in your later teen years. I took mine at 17. And as we were... that lasted about a year and a half before I realized that the faith really isn't what I wanted to do. So I traveled from our home, and I went to Des Moines for a little bit because nothing says.
So when you want to party, you go to Des Moines.
What was the craziest thing you did though?
Well, the craziest thing I actually did was when I went up to Chicago for a while. After I turned 18, I went to a topless bar.
Oh.
And a guy.
Were you dressed as you were Amish in a topless bar at the time, Zeke?
Well, no, I was wearing a top.
Okay.
But I was wearing just, jeans and a T-shirt, and I got to talking to a guy, and he found out that I was Amish, and I'd never been to a topless bar before, and he bought me a lap dance, which was kind of crazy for me at that time.
By the way, if you're not Amish and you're in a topless bar, that might be a good way to get free dances.
Yeah.
Zeke.
Free drinks.
Zeke, you a freak, Zeke?
I believe the term is life hack. That's what we'll use for that one.
Zeke, you a freak?
I don't think so.
No, but I think you are.
Yeah.
You just want to grow your tribe.
Hey, Mary, tell us about you with Rumspringa. Is that something that you went through? And if you did, what was the craziest thing you did during it?
We were actually, my friends and I were pretty jealous of the kids that got to do a real Rumspringa.
And by the way, if people don't know, that's when, I guess, with the Amish faith, you're allowed to kind of go live worldly to see, to test, to know whether or not you really truly want to live as Amish or if you want to live in the world, right?
AKA getting laid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we, our church leaders were not very favorable toward that idea, even though it is tradition in a lot of that culture. It is traditional to allow your kids basically before they're baptized into the church. They're allowed to decide for themselves, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, our church leaders were pretty controlling. So my friends and I actually would get in trouble for the tiniest things, and we never really were allowed to do much of that.
Okay, so you were not allowed to do the Rumspringa, so not everybody can.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, so we've got two people on here trying to act like they, at least once in their life, were legit Amish. Is it Zeke? Is it Mary?
We're so confused.
Do you have any idea?
We don't know.
I think I know.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Freak Zeke.
You think it's Zeke? Virginia?
I am leaning Zeke, but...
He had a little bit more detail.
She had detail. You know, I didn't believe the Kmart story. I thought the Kmart story was way too detailed and specific. It sounded made up to me.
Made up, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to lean Zeke.
You think Zeke is legit? Okay.
What do you think?
Just to cover my bases, I'll go Mary.
Okay.
Because it's a toss-up.
Yeah. Okay, people just don't know. They just don't know who is the legit Amish. Is it Zeke or is it Mary? Some of the comments coming in, somebody said, Zeke gets my vote. I'm from Iowa, and Zeke is describing the Amish there very well.
Really?
Somebody even said Zeke has the accent. It's obvious.
I just felt like Mary's Kmart story, I don't know. It seemed fake to me.
People in the chat room were saying it's Mary, though.
Chat room is very pro-Mary.
Well, somebody said, Mary said the more conservative Amish use more electronics, and it would be the opposite. I mean, she completely blew it on that one. Zeke is totally legit.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, that's what you got to listen for, them flubbing up on something there.
They both were fantastic.
I agree.
All right, so a majority of the people texting in, Zeke, are you legit Amish?
No, I'm not.
Oh, Zeke's tricked us.
Are you kidding me? I was a Zeke.
You got an Amish
freak.
accent.
Oh my
Zeke?
Zeke might be a freak.
Wow.
Wow. You guys are good.
You're very good, Zeke.
Okay. Well played. Very nice. Thank you very much there, Zeke. So, Mary, you are legit Amish, or at least once were, huh?
Yes, we grew up. It was an unusual story. So Jason's right. It's not normally what would happen, but we did join the church when I was 11.
Wow.
Normally you would grow up in the church. But
Okay.
my mom's kind of a radical person, and she decided that that she wanted our lifestyle to change.
Did you ever churn butter or build barns, a lot of that stuff that we think of the Amish doing?
Oh, yeah, we definitely. One of my chores was grinding our own grain to make our own bread. And then my brother actually helped build a building for the church when he was 11 years old. All the kids, all the boys went out and lived all summer on the land in tents and built the building. So,
when you finally got to use the internet, was it like crack for you? Were you just like, oh my gosh, moving pictures?
Has she done crack?
No.
How's she going to compare?
Exactly. I wouldn't know, but no,
I wouldn't know.
We had electricity, though, because we stayed in the house where we lived.
Oh.
So we had electricity, but we went to the church. So we had AOL when it came out, but we didn't really, we weren't really allowed to use it for anything because, what if there was something worldly out there? So we did have it, though, I think for emails, but that was pretty much it.
Are there any kind of weird dating things in the Amish world about matching you up with somebody? Or, yeah.
Do they try to, arrange?
What is the weirdest thing that you saw dating as Amish?
So you aren't, depending where you go, the Amish, they're allowed to do a version of courtship, and then in our church we called it courtship. So we were not allowed to even use the word dating. So we had to do a courtship where the young man and his parents would go to the parents, particularly the father of the girl, and pretty much almost ask for, preemptively her hand in marriage before you were allowed to start hanging out
What?
And then you had to have the whole and then you had to have the whole family there, at least a chaperone, the entire time. So there really wasn't dating, but there was like you could hang out and people would kind of know. But that's only if you had like an official courtship going, because otherwise it would be extremely inappropriate
Whoa.
for a young man, young woman to just hang out.
Did you at least get alone time on your wedding night? Did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, a quick question about butter. Is it way better than butter at a restaurant? Because you're churning it, it's fresh, it's right there. Do you guys have the best butter?
I think we have all the best foods. They're all homemade and fresh. So everything was so delicious. And even though it was an adjustment just because I didn't grow up like that when I was little, but I ended up loving the lifestyle. It was a great way to grow up.
That's the best. If you have an Amish chef, making all your meals and you eat all of this.
Well, farm to table. They were hit before anybody else.
They were farm to table before it was hot.
Could you imagine saying, hey, where'd that butter come from, Dad? Oh, just the backyard.
I made it. I just, my arms are tired. It was me.
So Amish butter is better than margarine? Or better than Land of Lakes?
I want some Amish butter so bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we would have never eaten margarine, you know.
It's a wonder they don't have that in stores, Amish butter. You would think they would sell like
the concept of margarine is gross.
You're making me so hungry.
Yeah. Well, you did a fantastic job, Mary. Thank you so much for playing along with Who Is Legit today and sharing your story with us.
Oh, well, thank you, guys. I love you.
Oh, we love you.
That's great fun.
Yeah,
we
it was
learned.
educational. We learned a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I love that. Well, if you got something interesting like that, an angle, and you want to be on Who Is Legit, you just send us an email and let us know. mail@kvjshow.com.
You better believe it.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is going to be canceled because of coronavirus? I think that's a big question. A lot of people are asking, okay, well, how's this going to affect me? Everybody's got their own little level of threat, I think, that they're trying to figure out. In fact, we were asking just on the KVJ Show Facebook page, what are you doing to protect yourself from coronavirus, if anything? And it may not be anything. Jennifer said, I'm somewhere between just wash your hands and stockpiling for Armageddon.
I'm with her because I'm not afraid of it until I put the news on. And that's why I don't watch the news. It's very depressing.
Yeah, it's always kind of been that way, yeah.
Oh, it's the lead story, y'all.
I don't see it ever changing.
Some networks, they're just now, it's the Corones network.
WCOR, Corona Death TV.
Corones all day and all night.
It's going to get you.
Carrie said, just wash your hands. Seriously, just wash them all the time, like 12 times a day. Lauren said, wash your hands like you're scrubbing for surgery. And to help, sing the happy birthday song while you scrub your hands.
I saw an article today. They go, if the birthday song's not your cup of soda, there's plenty of popular songs you could sing that are 20 seconds in that little area.
That's kind of it. Yeah, they've put together basically a playlist that you can have, that if you don't really like singing the birthday song, you can sing the choruses to songs like Africa by Toto. Or Raspberry Beret by Prince, or Truth Hurts by Lizzo apparently works into that time frame as well.
It's so weird because I timed it out this morning because I've read that article and then I had my playlist on and Bone Thugs and Harmony came on and Crossroads was on. See you at the crossroads, you want baloney. If you do the whole chorus,
you want baloney.
No, you won't be lonely.
Oh, I thought you said it.
See you at the crossroads. You want baloney. Yeah, that's what I want when I'm heading into the pearly gates.
I don't think they serve
Hey,
baloney.
Pete, you got any baloney?
Hopefully they got real cold cuts.
Just do the chorus of Crossroads. You're all good.
I love. They did ask Weird Al Yankovic if he's going to be doing a parody song about the coronavirus, and he tweeted out, "Yeah, no, sorry, not going to do My Corona." So,
That's funny.
I think he's already done a My Sharona one.
He did. It was called My Bologna.
I wonder if he got it at the crossroads.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fun, dude. Brenda said, where am I on the coronavirus? At the community band practice this past Monday, we decided that we wouldn't share mouthpieces anymore. That's probably a good idea, Brenda.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys were.
Yeah, you probably should have come up with that years ago.
Could you share mouthpieces with anybody on the show here?
I'd prefer not to.
I mean, we could, but it
No
wouldn't
offense.
be like a party.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be pumped, but I could do it.
Yeah.
I could wear all y'all's underwear too. I'd be cool with
We
it.
can do that during commercial.
And then a lot of the comments, what are you doing to protect yourself from the coronavirus on our Facebook page? Clint said, not overreacting and believing everything you see on Facebook and the news anymore.
That cat is right with his statement, I think.
Yeah, so it's affecting people who are just thinking about travel plans or just your daily life. You go into the stores and stuff that you normally get. Oh, where's the cleaning supplies? It's all gone from a lot of places. Brittany sent us an email and said, hey, I want to get your opinion on what to do. I'm a teacher, and my husband and I plan a big trip every year on my spring break because it's cheaper to travel than over the summer. This year, our plan was to go to Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver over 9 days. However, we're starting to rethink our plans with how prevalent the coronavirus has been on that coast, especially in Seattle. I know you guys are not too much of a panic about this, but would you feel differently if you're traveling to a disease hotspot? If we cancel our trip entirely, we won't be able to get back our money from the flights and the hotel accommodations. I know our chances of contracting the viruses are low, but would you take the risk? I would. For my personal opinion, I would. I always, when I fly anyway, I do the precautions. I mean, I even put like the Vaseline in the nostrils, when I'm taking a long flight, and I wipe everything down. So I do that anyway. And to me, if you're a person that is doing that I think right now where I am set personally for Kevin, you live your own life, but how Kevin's living his life, I am just doing the stuff that I always do, and I'm not worried about it at all.
Meredith in the chat room, I've seen this comment a lot, and I don't know how truthful it is, but I'm seeing it a lot. The media is hyping up the coronavirus because it's an election year. And me and you kind of talked a little bit about that the other day. Where does that play out? Are they trying to make it?
Who knows? And that's just it. You hope that the media has your best interest at heart.
I don't think they do, though.
I think they know that people love to be panicked and that those stories are selling and people are tuning in for them. And I can tell you, honestly, you can save yourself. I'm saving myself a lot of time, and I'm not watching the nonsense, and I'm just going about my day, cleaning like I always would and like you should any time in life. And Brenda, never share mouthpieces in your band practice. I mean, you
don't know where Trombone Phil has put those lips.
And trust me, Trombone Phil, he's a leaker. There's going to be saliva there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But it's changing our lives in many aspects. As far as travel, Carnival Cruise Line now is steering clear of Jamaica and the Caymans. So if you'd wanted to go there, not going to happen right now.
But I heard somebody saying yesterday how cheap it is to buy a cruise right now. There are super low fares.
Probably.
If you're like, whatever, I'm not scared of the coronas, now is a great time to book travel plans.
Derek G in the chat room in all caps. You are the media. I don't know. Debatable.
Credible, no. Media, yes.
For the media, credible. Yeah. I would not call us credible.
I wouldn't say that anybody comes to us for the hard news.
I've really never considered myself a member of the media.
We're kind of the clowns in the back row drinking and heckling the real guys.
Even though I know we are in the media, I've never considered us in the media.
The 2020 Olympic Games will happen as planned, but then I saw March Madness for college men's basketball. And I guess women's as well, the National College Players Association, and if they have their way, there's going to be no fans in the crowd. They don't want anybody there. So it would be an empty arena.
Weird.
With the teams playing.
Nice shot.
That'd be somebody on the bench. That's what it would sound like.
That's only the coach.
I'm like, what? That's crazy.
Weird.
And that starts on March 17th.
Oh, it's right around
St.
the
Patty's
corner.
Day, yeah. That's coming right up. So who knows? Well, this is a fascinating email that we just got here today from Holly. She's a KVJ Nationer who is a teacher in China, and she says something in this email to me that I think is very interesting with all the stuff you're hearing about the chaos in China and just what it looks like. And I was talking about how even, levels of nitrogen have gone down over China that comes from
pollution.
Industry. Yes, that you can see from one of those maps that they show. She said, hey, everything you said about washing your hands and being clean to avoid getting the coronavirus is why China got hit so hard. Here, you drink hot water to cure everything, but you always never use the hot water to clean anything. Cleaners exist, and the first time I've seen anything being cleaned with a cleaner is during this coronavirus outbreak. Typically, what you see is people just cleaning with hot water. They will just dip a mop in it and go around cleaning. There's no kind of disinfectant or cleaners being used with it. This is the first time since I've been in China I've actually seen disinfectant and real legitimate cleaners being used. That's why the virus spreads this way, and that's why it's such a concern in China. I'm hoping that when the coronavirus goes away, that they start using cleaner Because it'd be nice to see. Stores here are not open. You can't go sit at a Starbucks and have a coffee. They'll bring the coffee out to you, but you're not allowed to hang around. So she said, thanks for the entertainment while I'm confined to my house, but that's where she is. And she said one of the reasons we had a problem is just we don't clean like that. And that's why I'm saying you clean like that. Use the disinfectants at all times. If you're a healthy individual, you're not going to have these kind of issues.
So if you're a teacher in China right now, is there no school?
No school.
And what is she doing? Just hanging out
Chilling
in her house?
in her house. She's listening to the KVJ show.
Spring break!
Yeah.
Bless you, girl. I mean...
Just chilling.
Bless you. That's awesome. Have a drink. Get some wine.
It's fun for like a day or two, but then you're like, wow, I've got nothing to do.
You know what?
Gotta stay home.
If you're listening right now, start working on that novel you've been wanting to do.
Okay.
Start working on that six-pack abs. Do a bunch of crunches.
Just sit at home and do crunches?
Do crunches and work on that novel you've been itching to do.
I like it.
You've been itching to do a novel, Virginia?
No. but
Okay.
I've been itching to do crunches. I need to do crunches.
You do,
I
huh?
was just thinking about this the other day because, I lost the weight, but I'm still kind of loose. So
I know that move.
Mama needs to tighten this ship up.
Okay.
Yeah, you lose the weight. But
You lose the weight, but you're still like
flappy.
a little bit of wiggle and a jiggle when she walks.
Okay. Well, you've got your confinement strategy all ready to go.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
like do some crunches.
Girl, I get it.
Okay.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, what?
So many people on there.
Ow!
Well, everybody talking about coronavirus. It's making people crazy, including a guy in Lithuania that was worried about catching the coronavirus from his wife. So his solution, he decided he would lock her in the bathroom because he thought she might have it.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
definitely not about the corones.
Yeah, he's going through something.
Well, he found out that his wife had met a Chinese woman who had traveled to Italy. And he's like, oh my gosh, we just can't have this. So he forced her into quarantine in their apartment. And he said he actually consulted a doctor on the phone on how to keep the coronavirus at bay. And they said, well, you need to quarantine the person you suspect of being sick. So he justifies locking her in the bathroom. She managed to call the cops from the bathroom and ask for help. Help, my husband's forced me into quarantine in the bathroom. Now, just as a precaution, she was tested for the virus and found to be clear and hasn't pressed charges against her husband yet, but she's not happy with him.
It's making people a little crazy.
Could you make it work if you had to be stuck in your bathroom, your best bathroom at your house for 2 weeks? You get food in there, you make a little bed. Could you make it work? You have a nice bathroom, Virginia.
I do. I love my bathroom, especially now. Uncle Bill redid all the ceilings. They look beautiful.
You can make it work.
I feel like I can make it work.
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can spread out. I can take nice baths. Yeah, I could live there for 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, this sounds like the kind of crime Jaybird might commit. An Oklahoma man was arrested after breaking into a home and stealing Little Debbie snack cakes.
That's all he took?
Is that all he took?
Yeah.
I know it's wrong, but I do kind of admire it.
And he didn't care that people were home, and they were. They freaked out when they saw the guy coming through the window, so they locked themselves in the bathroom and called the cops.
They were home?
Yeah, so he just snagged the Little Debbie snack cakes and took off.
Oh, he's on something.
It's without a doubt drugs.
Yeah.
They found him a short time later and charged him with burglary and breaking in and entering.
But he had a full belly.
He's
Yeah.
kind of stupid because aren't Little Debbie's like $1?
They're not much
I mean,
money.
dude,
You can
that's
really,
what you took?
If you bring $5 in the Publix, you could move mountains in
Oh,
the Little Debbie
you're
world.
Little Debbie rich.
You are
Yeah.
Little Debbie rich.
Kind of a lesson to you. There was a guy in England that was out drinking with his buddies to celebrate the birth of his son. On the way home from the pub, he wanted to get some chicken wings from Domino's Pizza that they have there in England.
I'm feeling you.
So he called his wife and he's like, hey, I'm on my way home. Would you put it in an order? She's trying. She's messing with the app. She can't figure it out. She's like, I can't do it. You just do it. He did. Before he gets home, all of a sudden the delivery guy shows up with 15 boxes of chicken wings.
Oh my gosh.
$200 worth of chicken wings. Her dumb drunk husband wound up ordering on the app. He comes home, stumbles into bed, and passes out. She said, I was just standing there with a wafting smell of chicken.
For that next morning, though.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. If I was her, I'd have been a little bit mad, but a little bit like, wow, this is kind of awesome.
And you wake up with the worst hangover, be like, I got wings.
Wings are great for a hangover.
The next morning, you're pumped that you have all those wings.
Greasy.
I actually think this is kind of a good story. Yeah, there's no failure.
Well, there's a woman in New Jersey who apparently likes to get drunk and then drive around barefoot and do karate.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she got hammered on Monday, and then the cops got her, pulled her over, tried to arrest her. She karate kicked one of them.
Girl.
And even an EMT came over to try to help you. Like, let me help.
I think this is the second time she's been arrested for karate.
Wow. Yeah, she was arrested in 2018, and then she also karate kicked the cops.
Yeah, double karate, Virginia.
Huh.
How about that, huh?
She's a mess, and they got to lock her up for a little bit. Let her dry out.
Probably
6 months at Mins.
I would say 6 months. I mean, you can't attack EMTs that are trying to help you with the karate.
Well, you karate kicked.
Have another beer.
You karate chopped many people. Never mind.
Did somebody karate chop you?
Hey, that beer karate kicked him in the face. And how cool is this? This is just what you dream of if you live on the Treasure Coast. A couple of treasure hunters were working Vero's Wabasso Beach with metal detectors.
Yes.
And they discovered 22 silver coins thought to be 300 years old.
Wow.
How cool is that, huh?
And obviously they called the authorities because we're hearing about it.
That's like some Goonie stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
Chester Copperpot.
They believe the coins were lost on one of 11 Spanish ships sunk by a hurricane in 1715.
Oh, I love it.
And captained by One-Eyed Willie.
Chester Copperpot.
The coins could be worth up to $7,000.
Oh.
But the guys have no plans to sell them. They said, we're not trying to profit out here. We just like collecting pieces of history.
Can we make a deal right now where we make a pact where if we find any buried treasure or treasure anywhere, we don't tell the authorities and we try to sell on the black market?
I mean, I am so into that plan.
I'm in. We're not bringing it to the authorities, Kev.
No, because we're going to make the cash. As soon as you turn it over to the authorities, I don't think you're allowed to profit from it. And it becomes like, they put it in a museum.
Yeah, we sell to somebody in the CI, Cayman Islands.
Well, listen to this. This is crazy. One of the guys says his career treasure finds include daggers, belt buckles, and rings, adding up to $13 million in value, with a single haul of gold coins estimated to be $6.5 million.
Wow. And he turned it all over to the authorities?
No, this guy's holding on to it.
Oh.
He says that's his deal. He just likes collecting pieces of history.
Honestly, would you make us turn it in? Would you be like, guys, you can't. We got to turn it in.
We couldn't tell Kevin.
We couldn't tell
He
Kevin.
would make us turn it in.
No, I mean, you found it. Do what you're
No,
gonna do with it.
we found it. I wrote. We're on.
I'm gonna look into the laws of it. I'm like, okay, I found it. Finders keepers, baby.
Look into the laws. That means he wanted to give it to the government.
I think if you want to sell it, you can't. And me and Bird want to sell it.
Oh, we're gonna break, and we'll break you off a piece.
Okay.
If you're cool.
He don't want none of this money. He wants his hands to be so clean.
That is fine. You know what? We'll split it, and I'll make that chocolate river I've been wanting to do.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing works. If anybody knows, or anybody knows these dudes, that's pretty amazing.
Well, we've talked about it before. You can't keep the if you find treasure. If we find it on the coastline, we have to, by law, turn it in.
I don't know. It sounds like these guys are keeping it.
If you're legit, I think you have to turn it in or not profit from it.
So are these guys not able to keep it then? Because it sounds like this dude just keeps it.
I just want to find some rubies.
Okay. All right. Well, you can let us know.
Did you say rubies or boobies?
Yeah.
Both.
877-979-9763.
Oh, yeah. He's getting all beard up over here. Drunk dial is in the future.
No, that is not true.
Oh, it's so
Get
true.
out of here.
Ladies getting calls at 10 a.m. Be like, booty call now?
Booty call? Really?
It's Wednesday at 10 a.m.
It's not even lunch yet.
What?
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
I guess this could be a lucrative career here in South Florida, especially on the Treasure Coast. It's named that for a reason. There were a couple treasure hunters there that were working Vero's Wabasso Beach with metal detectors, and they found 22 silver coins thought to be 300 years old, coming off of a Spanish treasure ship that sunk in a hurricane back in 1715. One of 11. that was out there, and they say the coins could be worth up to $7,000.
Do they have like the permission and the rights? Because I think that can happen if you get like granted like the permission and the rights to stake a claim to something.
Yeah, the story said they have no plans to sell, and somebody texts in and said salvage is called salvage for a reason. Whether it be water or land possession is 9/10 of the law. You can donate it to a museum or the country it belongs to. You can keep it or you can sell it. You are not required to return any type of treasure that you find or salvage.
Interesting.
I think the only people that lay claim is, remember, like the old Mel Fisher people. I think they will stake out and say, hey, we own this area, and they'll have, sometimes you'll see a boat that's out there and they're just continually doing dives on a wreck. And so maybe they can lay claim to that. But I think that might be about the only time, if I remember right from our conversations we've had about it.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Just crazy, though, in this single haul of gold coins, estimated at $6.5 million. That's some of the stuff that he's got. That's crazy.
You mentioned the word wreck, Kevin, and it makes me think of somebody that we know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who might that be?
This is Jaybird, and he has a confession that he needs to tell you something bad he did during commercial.
Oh, no. What did he do?
First of all, very sorry.
Okay.
I just want to get that on.
He should be very sorry because, once again, these hamburger hands.
Oh, boy.
I am very sorry.
Yes.
I went back to the office.
Yeah.
Where
Your office, Kevin.
Oh, yes. The pristine KVJ office.
He keeps it clean like you're eating off the floor.
Yes.
It's a palace in there.
It is.
And he's a king. And he's a king.
Uh-huh.
So I went back there to get another, just a beverage.
Continuing on the...
Because he started drinking beers at 8, and you can't stop at 9.
There's no stopping, yeah.
That's it.
There's no stopping this train.
This bright line is full speed ahead.
Look, it's spring break.
Yeah.
You're not in school.
All that talk of rum spring got me kind of ginned up.
Yeah, right.
So I went back there, and I grabbed some beers from the refrigerator.
Yes.
And sometimes I just don't know my own strength.
Yeah.
And I closed the refrigerator too hard.
Yes.
And you had a drink that was to the brim.
I did.
It exploded all through the refrigerator. There's no more drink. The refrigerator's messy. I have to go back and clean it up.
Okay.
You are drinkless, and I'm so sorry.
It looks like an earthquake hit your fridge.
Yeah.
I'll clean it up. I went too hard.
See, I'm not afraid of coronavirus. I'm afraid of Jaybird. A lot more devastating.
I just know how you like your drink right after the show.
I do. I always look forward to that.
I'm so sorry.
And I got a meeting today.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's not going to travel with me.
Good news, you can drink a beer.
No.
We got plenty of that.
All I can do is say I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What you want to do with me is up to you.
Punish.
I'll gladly punish. I will pay my debt to Kevciety.
I'll let the audience decide. I think cleaning it up is probably
definitely.
good
I
enough.
couldn't clean it up.
She's terrible at cleaning.
No, but hold on. I didn't. So before Denny's releases the video, because Denny's got video of it. He is going. I am cleaning it up. I didn't have time to clean it because we're going back from commercial. I'm gonna clean it up now.
Okay.
It'll be spotless. I owe you a drink. I owe you a drink.
You're spotless and Kevin's spotless are worlds apart.
And by the way, thanks for not being a rat. What happened to that old thing?
He pulled me aside in the hall and goes, "Don't tell Kevin."
He won't notice.
First chance I got.
No, I was gonna
Did my
tell
drink
you,
evaporate?
I wanted to do it in a gentle way, not on the air.
Oh, you definitely will know where your drink went when you open that fridge and when you look around.
It's obvious, huh?
All the area around it.
Kevin, I'm sorry, but I do blame you.
Oh, it's my fault.
Well, you hired me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All right. We're going to post the video of Jaybird's chaos. How many beers? You got 4 beers in front of you.
He's already drank 2, sir.
Okay. Wow. He's going for it, huh?
If I want to be honest.
He's got a
drank 3.
coquito.
Wow.
Those coquito are 12%.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's spring break.
Yeah.
You're a 45-year-old man.
I am 42. You are staring down the barrel of 50, DeQuesta. You got a lot of nerve.
Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we asked the question on our Facebook page, what is the weirdest thing you've seen a neighbor do?
Oh, I saw something weird not too long ago. And I wasn't the weird neighbor. It was somebody else being weird.
Really?
Yes.
Weirder than you?
No.
Actually, no.
At least he's self-aware.
Yeah, no, it was me that was doing all the weird stuff. I know as a sport, my wife just likes watching to see what the neighbors are doing. And yeah, they do some very interesting things. We had the one woman that just goes out there and sweeps the street. And she swept it so much. You ever seen like those straw type brooms?
Yes.
She swept so much there was no straw left. She just basically has a wooden stick and she's dragging it across the street. And we're like, whoa, it's just fascinating. She'd be out there for hours.
She got all the straw like whittled down.
Whittled it down to nothing.
Wow.
It kind of makes you wonder if she's trying to sweep something else out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I figure there's just,
Like
it's a
somebody
metaphor.
I know.
Yeah.
Are you opening another beer?
You're judging about drinking?
I know,
A lot of nerve, lady.
So we asked on the KVJ Show Facebook page, what is the weirdest thing that you've seen a neighbor do? Jaybird, you said you saw something weird that your neighbor did?
So I'm walking Chewy, and this guy comes out. You know how where I live, you got the 2 stores, you have that little courtyard.
What's your address again?
So this guy walks out, and it looks like he's pouring flour from a bag of flour on his
white flour.
Yes, he goes like that, pours it on his head, kind of shakes it off, and then immediately walks right back into his house and closes the door. And I'm thinking, what the hell is that about? Was he doing a video? Was he just doing?
Is he trying to take your gig?
Did he see me coming?
Right? That sounds like something you would do.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Did he see me and go, I'm going to weird this guy
You
out?
should have bowed up and challenged him.
Is it possible you're not the weirdest guy in your complex?
There's no way.
I know.
There's no way?
There's no way.
I'm the weirdest? No.
Absolutely.
I disagree. There's a couple weirdos we got.
The only thing that I could think is maybe the guy's trying to make some kind of goofy, funny video.
That's what I thought,
And he
too.
didn't want to get flour all over his apartment, so he got it all over him and then walked back in to film it.
It was so quick. He walked out because the door swings open. He takes the flour, which looked like flour, pours it all over his head, shakes his head like that, and then walked right back into his house and closed the door.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is it maybe it's clown makeup and it's just a quick way for him to get his whole head and face white?
These are many of the questions I was asking myself.
Yeah.
Not the clown part, but is he doing a video?
Yeah, so what are they doing?
What was he doing?
Yeah.
Huh.
So we asked KVJ Nation on our Facebook page, what's the weirdest thing that you caught your neighbor doing? Brittany said, my neighbor would vacuum his front lawn.
I have a neighbor that all day long, this dude weeds. So he's in his grass, in the yard part, but he's pulling out weeds. He does it so much. All he's got is these patchy, mangy looking bald spots all over his yard. His yard looks terrible. And this man is literally in it 6 hours a day.
Wow.
It is weird.
I told y'all about the swingers that we lived next door to in Lake Park. They were full-on swingers, but they were always naked in the backyard. They'd play volleyball. This guy would do lawn work naked. I mean, we're talking with saws and stuff.
There is a lot of that, yeah. Suwenda said, I saw my neighbor naked taking a shower in their backyard with a water hose. You might see that someplace. I know some people have outdoor showers around here.
Well, now you're just a peeping Tom.
The concept of an outdoor shower is so magnificent to me.
Yeah.
If it's covered and nobody can see
Yeah,
you.
they weren't. They just had a garden hose. Were standing buck naked in their backyard.
That's not my dream.
There is something freeing about that. The only thing I don't like is the mud on your feet walking back in.
There was one where I stayed in Costa Rica. It was an outdoor shower. It was all covered, nobody could see you, but you could look up at the sky, and it was beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
I loved it.
Lisa said, yeah, my neighbor always hangs their laundry butt naked in their backyard. So a lot of nudity. Yeah.
Yeah, but the place that when I lived in Lake Park, they were not only naked, they were full on. It was an orgy in the backyard. I mean, we're talking. I'm going to switch with them.
Baby Jaybird saw too much.
I think she's right.
You're right.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
The neighbors are swingers and they're naked all the time. I mean, you were playing glued to that fence.
They had wooden fences, but there was little holes in the fence, and they kept on putting cork in the fence so we couldn't see through the holes.
But cork, you could knock right out.
Victoria said on our Facebook page, what's the weirdest thing you've seen a neighbor do? She said, I lived in an apartment. The neighbor apartment had this girl who lived alone, never had anybody over. but I could hear somebody being thrown against the walls and screaming.
What?
So I went over and I knocked on her door and I asked if she was okay. She opened the door just a crack, greasy hair hanging in front of her face, and out of breath, she calmly replied, "I'm fine. Why do you ask?" Apparently, the neighbor would throw herself against the walls and scream, and then, "Oh, no, I'm fine."
Some form of release.
Are you sure she was there by herself?
I don't know. That's what the Victoria thought. I'd be suspicious.
That is weird.
Tracy said my neighbor came over and was talking to me in my driveway. They had a beer in their hand. Mid-sentence, they ralphed all over the place. When she finished, she calmly sipped another beer, drink, and then finished her story like it never happened.
Puke and rally. Puke and rally.
You don't
So anyway, I was...
How do you not address that?
So then
He said to me...
Oh my gosh. Animals, I tell you.
Okay.
Or, I mean, heroes.
Or rock star.
Yeah.
Amanda said I was on my porch. It was late, and a few doors down, I heard arguing, so I started to pay attention. Then I hear a car start up and a guy scream, "Oh, yeah? Who you going to buy your crack from now?"
That's amazing.
That's a good thing to yell.
Whoopsie.
Great stories you can add to on our Facebook page right now.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
A little bit about the weird neighbors that you have and what they've been doing. Somebody said, yeah, our neighbor came over to our Ring camera at 3 a.m. and started apologizing to it for having a party and not inviting us. And then in the middle of their message, they puked right on our front porch.
That is an awesome video. You should save that, get it to us, and let us help you get it to go viral.
That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Your drunk neighbor apologizing on your Ring doorbell and then ralphing mid-apology?
A lot of weird lawn stuff, too. A former neighbor used to cut his quarter-acre lot with nose hair scissors. He would go out there and do it, and we even had an HOA that included lawn maintenance, but they didn't do it well enough, so he'd go out there and cut it with scissors.
Wow.
And Zach said, my neighbor would only mow his lawn when it was pitch black outside, and it always looked terrible.
You wonder if they're hiding something.
Yeah, why would you only mow in the middle of the night when it's so
Clock
dark?
of night.
Yeah, what are you trying to keep? Some kind of secrets? You don't want to be seen?
Okay. Well, thank you for all the comments. You can always get through to us, 877-979-WRMF. Spring training is raging on. You got Roger Dean of the ballpark of the Palm Beaches has seen a lot of action there because of the Houston Astros cheating scandal that has been going on and has gotten a lot of attention. And all the biggest names in baseball are commenting on it. Even Alex Rodriguez had this to say.
You cheat, you win a championship, there is no suspension, and then there's no remorse. And the last one, I think, is probably the worst one because people want to see remorse. They want a real, authentic apology, and they have not received that thus far. I served the longest suspension in Major League Baseball history. You know, it cost me well over $35 million. And you know what? I deserve that. You've earned all this negative talk. You've earned whatever comes your way, including whether it's hit by a pitch or negative press. You have divorced yourself from having the ability to protect yourself.
Whoa, A-Rod on the verbal smackdown of the Astros.
Maybe because I won't drink a little bit today, but I really agree with A-Rod. In fact, the last 4 or 5 months, I've enjoyed A-Rod's commentary about stuff.
He did it the way you're supposed to do it. He completely owned it. He doesn't ever back away from it. He doesn't make excuses for it. He took his punishment. It's kind of like with the kid. You know, your kid messes up, you got to do your punishment, do your time, and then you're like, hey, you know what? I learned from it. I wouldn't do it again, and then we move on.
I honestly, I wouldn't even care that the Astros cheated. I mean, I would be like, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that. It's how they've handled it.
Yeah.
Like A-Rod's saying, they are acting like they're the victims, and they're not.
You're right, and that's why Jay Bird, with all of his rage, Virginia took it into the lab.
Oh, this song is my jam.
It is.
You got to do a TikTok video to it.
I will booty dance the entire time.
Promise?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your Astros diss track.
Believe me, we're going to be in the World Series again. People don't believe it. We will. You know, we will, like we made it last year. We were 1 game away. You know, I'm happy for the Nationals. We'll be in the World Series again. Maybe with them, maybe with another team.
Houston Astros make me sick. You should change your name to the Houston Asterisks. Astros are a bunch of hacks. You should give the World Series trophy back. You're not the real champs, you ain't got no heart. The lies that you're telling smell worse than a shark. It's so lame how you all disgrace the game. You need to be inducted into the Hall of Shame.
You were caught stealing signs through technology. Then you cheaters gave a weak-ass apology.
Jose Altuve is lying through his teeth. Give back the MVP, it ain't real if you cheat.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Someone check his jersey, cause I think he's wearing a wire.
Alex Bregman, you're a man of few words. Your press conference was stinkier than my dog's turds. Oh, I cannot wait for all of the hate you cheating bitches will hear every time you step to the plate. Cause when you cheat the game, you deserve an asterisk by your name. Houston Astros make me sick. You should change your name to the Houston Asterisks. Astros are a bunch of hacks. You should give the World Series trophy back.
That's right. Dedicated to A-Rod right there. Jackie, I guess, is a little bit frisky here, and she had what was a very naughty and sexy video intended for her boyfriend, and it went to the wrong person.
Ooh.
Jackie, what's going on here?
Yeah, if you can guess, I'm pretty mortified. I made this really, sexy, really dirty video.
Okay.
And so my boyfriend's last name begins with an S.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did, which you could probably guess, is I sent it to my boss, who also his last name begins with an F.
Oh.
And so I was just so excited to send to my boyfriend that I just scrolled down and hit send, and I don't know what I was thinking. And
were you a little buzzed when this happened, Jackie?
Was I what?
Were you a little buzzed, maybe?
Drinking?
A little bit. I was having some fun, and it was super graphic, and I said some really dirty things. So
I feel like we kind of need to see it.
I mean, you can't send things. You cannot send things on the internet when you are drinking. Trust me.
Jackie, do you remember any of the specifics about what the verbiage was? What you said in this video?
Well, I know I said he was a really bad boy and that he needed a spanking, and I mean, this is all for my boyfriend. You know? I can't believe I sent it.
Well, that kind of part happens. I get that too. The email thing, it's tricky too. I start dialing in a name, and then all these other ones pop up, and I think I got it, and there's a weird little thing that goes on.
The phone too, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Are we sure? Has your boss seen the video that was sent? Is it something you'd be like going, hey, just call and be like, hey, I sent you something. Please do not open it up. It was a mistake. You do not want to see it. Trust me, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, he saw it. I looked, and it says that it was sent, and then it said that it says seen.
Oh.
So, and then he texted me and said seen, and that's it. That's all he wrote.
Seen? Okay.
Uh-oh. You got to just text him back something.
He needs the explanation, right?
So sorry. That was meant for my boyfriend.
That sounds like you're lying. It does.
But it's the truth.
Yeah, you got to do something. You can't just, have it left.
You got to just
like
say,
that.
So sorry. Did not mean to send this to you. Was meant for my boyfriend.
I'm just saying.
Period.
All this time's gone by, and the fact that you're going to send that excuse, it does sound like you're lying. Like, oh my God,
I don't think so.
I didn't mean to send it.
It sounds like she's been freaking out since then, which is the truth.
Yeah.
Virginia, people have sent stuff to you, to me. Oh, oops, I didn't mean that. I meant to send that to my brother. I meant to send it.
I know what you're talking about.
It sounds like you're lying.
Well, I know they were lying, though.
But how did he?
This girl's not lying.
I know if I get a dirty video, it's not at all intended for me.
Right?
Unless I sent it.
No one's sending me a dirty video.
Oh, I can see J Part sending you a dirty video.
Oh, okay, minus one guy.
He would be spanking himself, talking about how he was a bad boy.
That would be intentional.
I put cheese slices on my nipples.
Yeah, that I know would be intentional. Okay, one guy.
One guy.
At least you got one.
At least you got one. That's all I need, baby. That's all I need. Yeah, I think that's what you got to do.
You got to acknowledge it and then just quickly move on from it.
and try to pretend like it never happened going forward.
Could you imagine, though, sending something to our boss that was so naughty and freaky in our hallway? You have to. We see our boss all the time.
We should do sudden death.
Oh, wait, Virginia's bringing up a sudden death punishment?
But I like where her head's going.
Yeah.
See, it's not dead.
The loser has to send our boss. I mean, it's the naughtiest, kinkiest, weirdest video.
Pantsless.
No, it can't be something that can legit get us in trouble. But you're taking.
Which letter will we erase from KVJ?
Well, we could send a weird video.
Literally sudden death.
Yes, it will be. Who will soon be unemployed? All right, we will love to hear your stories. Who sent the worst video to the worst contact? Do you have something better than Jackie's you can let us know about, too? 877-979-9763. Call or text 877-979-WRMF here at the KVJ Show.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
Chat room would like for Jackie to go in there and answer some questions about how she accidentally sent a sexy video to her boss, who he just responded with, "Seen." Okay. Got it. They want to know exactly what was going on. Some more lurid details there, Jackie, that we cannot have on the radio. So they would like for you to go there if you would. Somebody texted and said, yeah, one of my employees sent me a dirty video and said it was an accident. Just like Jackie, we've now been dating for over a year.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes?
You were saying?
That's good.
Excellence.
That Marconi is going to be here any minute.
We're not going to win the Marconi, but we are going to win that macaroni.
And somebody else texted in and said, this chick I know one time, she was sexting her hubby and she'd snapped this picture of her spread eagle.
Oh, my girl.
Well, in the midst of all this sexting with her hubby, her 15-year-old son happens to text her.
No.
And she gets all confused, and the going back and forth, she accidentally texts the spread eagle nude photo to her 15-year-old son.
Oh, my gosh.
Mortifying.
Whoops.
What
Yeah.
do you do?
What would you do if you did that with if you accidentally sent it to, I don't know, your kid?
That'd be awful. Awful.
Would you ever take a picture like that for Panda?
No, I don't think spread eagle's a good look. Not this old bird.
Old bird.
This old eagle.
Yeah.
This old bird ain't doing that. I need low lighting and shadows and definitely draping of fabric.
I mean, you might pull a hammy. Who knows?
Yeah, that's just
not pretty, huh?
It's very hard to pull off that look.
Can't wait. Coming up here in a second, Jaybird's got his amazing thought for the day.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm expecting great things over there.
He just was trying to hold his cell phone and type, and the phone slipped out his butterfingers and closed out the page he was typing on. I think it was the page with his quote of the day. So.
I mean, we don't have to report on every little thing I do. I get there's a lot of greatest hits of mishaps.
I still think the reality crew needs to follow you.
I think the audience get a little sick of hearing, oh, Jaybird did that. It wasn't that great. I think they're getting sick of it.
Yeah, I guess congratulations is in order here, and thank you. There's a website, Best of Palm Beach County.
Oh.
And it says KVJ show has been voted the Best of Palm Beach County.
I think you need to read closer. It is not the KVJ show. It's one Kevin Ralston.
Oh, really?
I can see it.
Actually, it's just Kevin.
It's just Kevin. It's just
no
Kevin. Wow. We are off the list again.
I'm not surprised.
Wow.
We've always been the dead weight.
I mean, just look at the hair again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I don't know how this all happened, but it says something about like you gotta go here to claim it and put something in a window and
go here to claim it and pay for something.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't know if this is an award or a scam.
If it's an award that makes you pay for stuff to get it, it feels a little less sincere.
And we're not even on it.
I can't really tell if I should be flattered or very suspicious. No, thank you. I think. All right, Bird, what you got for us?
I got the hiccups is what I got.
I bet.
She's drunk.
You've been drinking a while.
I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk.
Yeah. There's a podcast still, though.
Sobriety me.
Somebody just texted me. What?
Do me a test. Give me a test.
Field sobriety me?
Yes.
Somebody just texted me with a very valid point. They said, if Jay Bird is drinking this heavily now, does that mean there's any chance of getting Lana during the podcast? Please let us know. We love Lana.
Haven't heard from her in a while. Don't know. I haven't heard from her.
Okay, we're 2 minutes over.
That's Virginia, and she's not drunk. So that's your girl.
I'm just long-winded.
You hired her first.
Okay.
Love doesn't just sit there like a stone. It is made like bread, remade all the time, made new. Damn, Bird, you crushed it.
And when we mean crush it, we mean the fridge.
Oh.
Damn.
The video is up of the damage he did to your fridge.
Okay. All right, we really got to go.
So sorry.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.